He's like blowing it up, isn't he? Here we go, people! I had to do it this way because this damn thing was messing up. I don't know why, but like, dude, now that we do everything, everything's all blurry, blued up. I don't understand what the hell is going on. What's up, people? We're back, we're live, we're here, we're happening. Got KA back on board again. Happening, hip hype happening. It's all screenage.
Oh, at least we're not fading away to look at this like last time.
Yeah, that had to be something with the environments because, like, dude, like, you know, like, you had the together mode.
I am not going to touch together mode.
Okay, that might help out. Because I don't know why it would do that. Why would it do that? It's Saturday night, so this is a weird show. I don't really know what we call it. We're going to call this Paper Aircraft Weekly because, well, damn it, I wanna. So we're going to.
That's fine. You're the curator of the show, so let's do it.
Yeah, like, we don't have a thing to do the thing with the thing, so this is what we're doing. I mean, I could call it Friday Night Flights, but it doesn't exactly qualify.
No.
So, we're here, guys. How y'all been? How y'all doing? Y'all getting this?
Saturday Night Sagittarius?
What?
I don't know.
I had to get that in there, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
That's alright. We coming in pretty good? We sound good? We sound like not idiots? Or do we sound like idiots right now? I always try to make sure that, like, well, thanks. By the way, D, thanks for helping out that last week, because, like, last show, because I was scared, like, it was coming out, like, show, because I was scared.
Oh, yeah, it was fine. It just
Show,
kept putting out.
I was scared.
Oh, yeah, it was fine. It just
Show. And it kind of was, but we got it back, so I just would like to hope that this thing is actually coming up a little bit better than it was. It's still kind of pixelating through the fucking screen there, but it's not as bad.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, and I left. So I built another one of the X planes the other day, and like I know I've showed you these guys here, okay. You guys, like, I'm hoping y'all, like, looking at him, like, how in the hell did he build that, and what's he going, where was he going from there, and, okay, you want to be able to see what these planes are capable of. Look, you see the ways you can do this? The only way you're going to be able to watch this is if you watch this, like, live via another channel. Are you able to do that?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Okay, because you can't see my screen.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay, thank God, because, like, my voice is live, but I don't know if any of you live people out there have done this before, but your camera's in use by one thing, can't be in use by another thing, so
Yeah,
you're kind of screwed.
It's amazing how technology works.
Yeah, right? One of these days, maybe somebody will get this shit right, but for right now, we're suffering.
Oh, Elon. Oh!
No, Elon can't do this, bro. We need to do this. We need to come up with the stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to smile down upon us so we can make our million and then, like, you know, live the good life in Boca Raton or Egypt or wherever the hell it is we got to go to live the good life. Where do you got to go anyway?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know what's good, but so anyway, you checking out, like, see, I got all these, like, this is just from the simple diet, you know, like little skate kind of plane that I got here. I mean, like, again, it's like this is all the same bird, and y'all could be like this could be cool. So, and if you hadn't noticed over there, DKIA's got a lineup going on too. Ooh, I can line these up pretty like this.
Nice.
That's two different versions right there of KIA showing you what Exile's capable of. And check out that new one with those new reverse fins, dude. That's hot.
Yeah, like that. I just popped that out today. It was like, kind of interesting.
That's really interesting, dude. Those winglets are really small. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. We'll have to fly her, see what's happening here. But yeah.
Damn, that's a really tight looking. You got a small fuselage going on. You must have listened to the last couple shows.
Yeah, kind of. I looked at mine. Like, yeah, 16 is pretty small. Well, I looked at a few other ones that I had, and I was like, oh my god, I'm getting to be like, you know, my whole thumb worth of a fuselage.
Ah, see, so you're doing the same thing I was doing. Yeah. And, like, for OAE, that works for him because, you know, you seem like, I don't know, have you ever built any of his planes?
I've not, but I watched a few videos.
Yeah, he's got, like most of his, he builds hell of a high fuselage. Like, any one of, like, the Vulcan series and Warhawk and like, well, I mean, like, most of them, but, like, Hammerhead, all that stuff that he's got, he's got really high fuselages a lot of the times, not all the times. So like he's got a lot of stability because his wings aren't as big or as big as his fuselage. However, they're kind of predictable in flight. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it is, you know. So you know what you're getting when you're dealing with wing area versus fuselage area that's basically the same.
Yeah, well, and I think that's why my Sabretooth works a lot, because I think Sabretooth has got a lot more. Obviously, it's got a huge wingspan, but a deep fuselage as well.
Yeah, yeah. That's still pretty cool. I like it, dude. I like the way that looks. I mean, like, it looks like you're progressing. For me, like, you know, looking at the way I'm looking at it, it's like, it looks like he's progressing, and that looks like one of my phases from, like, back in the day with, like, a little bit of your additions on it, you know what I'm saying? He's like, okay, that thing is really fat, really wide, and hugely small, and every fold on it looks really goddamn crisp. You must have been practicing.
A little bit, yeah. I even, I don't know how much, did you ever do a, reinforced on the leading edges here?
Yes. Yes.
So you have done that before?
It's got, yeah, it's had rifle. I've gave it like, well, I didn't want to give it like too much in the way of rifle because it gets scrunchy on its weight, you know? Like they seem to be, damn it, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go, that's better. It seems to get questionable on its weight. So I always like run it down and see like, okay, is that what I'm looking for? Is that what I'm trying to accomplish with like getting it out of a glide phase and getting it more into interceptor kind of style? So it's really touchy. And even the weight along the leading edge was so much so that it was like it almost affects it like putting it all in the nose. Really, it's strange. But I had that very thing, and I'm like, okay, we can't go that route. I'm going to change it up a little bit. So,
right.
But I mean, like the tech is a tech, so I always played. Like I couldn't back in those days, and yeah, I can say that. But back in those days, I would test everything out on everything because it's like, okay, man, it obviously ain't gonna work on some, but I can try it on this one. And FaZe has got every damn thing. I mean, you know, if you listen to the show, if you know me, and D knows me, so you don't even have to go back to those of you watching the show. But like D knows me, and he knows like. That's why I got my number is like, ooh, let me see, what does that do? If I dreamed it, I would test it on a FaZe, because FaZe is my test bed. I know how it's going to fly. I know how it's supposed to fly. So the base model, if I crank one out in the middle of school, work, play, home, whatever, I could be anywhere, but if I crank one of them out, I know how she's going to fly. So if I come up with that tech, I put it on there like, okay, whatever it's doing differently, that tech did it. Now, I assume, of course, that the FaZe is supposed to fly good. So the trick there is...
Hence the 700.
Hence the 700, yeah. So, like, basically it's like, okay, I got to have... Like, my number got big because of the test fleet, and I had to have enough from my combat fleet as well as testing basic phases and saying, like, oh, those are just crap. So, like, I wouldn't put tech on every plane. They had to be testable first to make sure, like, okay, this flies like a phase. Now put the tech on it. And some of you guys, if you've built a big enough fleet, also know that, like, once you've got a plane and it's flying super good, you kind of don't want to fuck with it.
Right. So, you don't know what that tech's going to do.
Yeah. They're like, okay, so the tech might take this away, especially if it involves, like, cutting into it in any way, shape, or form. So it's like, you get touchy. Then you build 20 more because you're like, well, I got to build a good one because this one sucks. So, you know, this one sucks to put tech on. Ah.
Or just that bird doesn't like that tech. I mean.
Yeah. And I mean, like, that's something you obviously you just got to sit through it though. So, I mean, yeah, some of them are going to be good, some are going to be bad, but again, you got to build a fleet. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know how OAE must have his shit down to an art, and I don't doubt that he does. I'm just saying he must have it down to an art because he usually builds. Well, I can only assume. Yeah, he builds like 2, 3, 4 examples of when he won plane, and that's it.
Right.
But if you follow his instructables, if you see any of the videos, which are now like 15 years old, so don't put too much merit into them, but if you see, if you see his videos and you see the instructables, you know that like those planes look like they're as close as you can get to coming off an assembly line. They're built very, very similar. They're very crisp. They're very similar. You know what I mean? So I think maybe he's got it down, and he knows that his planes are going to do a certain thing. So once he puts a new tech, he just goes ahead and makes like the next step. It's a Mark 16, Mark 26, whatever. Man, I wish I could do that. I can't do that. But, you know. Then again, I don't think he's got many planes that are 30 years old either. How old? Wait. So that one's brand new. You just built that one?
That's today, yep.
And obviously we know how old 16 is. 16's like, what, 12 years old? 10 years old? God damn, she 10 years old?
11.
11 years old. Okay. So, okay.
She's gonna be 12.
See, again, people, that's why I like, I mean, what I mentioned the other day about having that 30-year-old, like, I'm actually having a true warbird, and it could be argued the merits of, like, should I have a 30-year-old plane in my fleet, or should I be doing like OAE and just like, okay, got to retire them damn things, I got to build a new one. So, I mean, phases are iconic, but phases are also like the design itself. It's 40 years old. Its origins are 40 years old, and even phase 6 is getting long in the tooth. So it's like, yeah. Which is why, though, like having 8, 9, 10, and 11, and 13 coming out are, that's a little bit more, I don't know, how would you call that? It's a little bit more updating, I guess. I just straight away say updating. So I did think about like updating the fleet, and that's how it came to.
The thing is, though, too, is like you haven't found something that does what a phase does and can retire.
Yeah. I mean, that's yeah. You're right.
Kind of like the military B-52. I mean, they haven't. It's still fucking flying because we can't outdo it.
That's true.
It's basic. It's got a huge payload. It goes forever for a distance. Drops the payload, comes back, done.
And that's why we're going to see it for the next 80 years.
Right. On top of it being already like 60 years old, right?
Yeah, I know. Damn thing is around before every one of us was born. It's probably going to be around when every one of us dies. That damn plane's...
Yeah.
Like I said, the Enterprise will be flying through the stars before that thing retires.
Yep.
There's an internet meme about that where, like, the Enterprise, like... What is it? The Enterprise M rolls out and the B-52 is finally going to be retired or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, probably not. They're not wrong. They may not be wrong.
Went through like 1,500 iterations of fighter planes and, stealth bombers and this thing. Nope. Same fucking regular bomber for 3,000 years.
God, I can't even, dude. Can't even. I just hope it doesn't come to World War III to actually get us rid of that damn thing, though. But, I mean, if it does, it does. What the hell? We need something to happen. That damn thing needs to... I don't think it's holding us up. It just makes a nice, stable platform to put all kinds of tech on. But we can't have that in the paper airplane world because, damn it, paper ages way faster than metal.
Yeah. Way faster.
Way faster. Hey, walk us through... Walk us through that one real quick. Just highlight a couple of texts and give me a moment because I want to run and get that other one upstairs. All right?
Well, I mean, being I want to say a basic exile, still the same thing as what 16 was. The main, obviously, change would be rifle, the reinforced leading edges here. Reinforced leading edges. I did, like you mentioned, lower the fuselage a lot compared to what my other ones I built. Mainly for the fact of I did recently notice I did try to fly a few of them just indoors because it was a little too windy and I didn't want to risk losing any. The smaller, shorter fuselages were a lot better at flying versus the ones with larger fuselages. Kind of big old saber tooth here. Look how thick. I mean that's a whole I don't even know what that could be. We're out here. We're looking at. It's a 2 centimeter fuselage. Now, if I was to put that in Exile, I don't know about SIL with phases, but I don't think a 2 centimeter fuselage is going to be very good for a phase.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I'm back.
But for a Sabertooth, though, with the massive wing size, I mean, this was comparable to. I can't see. It's so big, I can't even get it in frame. There we go. A little bit.
I have to. I'm sorry, I got to kind of crop it to fit everybody on here, so that's the way it's got to be.
Fine. But I mean, just the massive wingspan of Sabertooth versus Exile. So Sabertooth needs the larger fuselage. So I was just saying, Dave, was that I did try to fly a couple Exiles just in the house because I didn't want to lose them. It was windy here the last couple of days, and noticed significantly better flights from the shorter, smaller fuselages versus Exiles I built with larger fuselages.
You're definitely gonna find that. Yeah, you're right.
Which I'm sure, I mean, out of your 700 pages, I'm sure you figured that out a long time ago. But,
yes.
I mean, it was just seeing it firsthand from
What's
stuff
up, Mark?
that I've built.
Yeah.
Is just like, oh my god, there's such a difference. And, for me being newer in the building aspect of this, it was quite an impression on me. I was like,
oh yeah. And if you were able to tell that one was like hot because that reason it was hot, you were like, all right, I got to duplicate that.
Right. Well, I mean, I should have took note of that from 16. That it's got a smaller fuselage, so.
Well, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with trying out. Like seeing if you can get that to work. I mean, shit. So you hovered on it. So what?
Right.
But I mean, like, yeah, if you were like losing ground because you were kind of dwelling on it, yeah, that's one thing. You finally got yourself on that RV? Oh yeah, you got to stop being cramped, bro.
500 square feet. I couldn't even imagine.
Well, yeah, no shit. For you, it'd be like living in a porta potty. That's not picking on you, please. You know I love you. I'm not picking on you. I'm just saying. My God, 500 square foot. What the hell would you do in that? Nothing. Nothing. Just be disappointed. Just in constant, like, I got to get out of this mess. Although if it was just you see, he's got to suffer through a lot more than you, but if it was just you, it'd be a little bit different. So maybe eventually you'll get up to 1,000 square foot, huh? Before it gets flooded again? So see, like, so this is the new one. This is the brand new one that just rolled out. Yeah, she's kind of tight. She's got all, you see the wing curve on that damn puppy? Got the tail plane. It's like, I was kind of scared because I screwed up when I first built it and had a high fuselage. There's a crease that you could barely tell. I took it back out, but there's a crease running here because I ran the fuselage into the wrong spot. So the crease carried over on the tail plane. So now it's got this interesting fold in here that I was worried about keeping it out, but now I'm kind of liking it because it kind of kinks the tail plane in such a way that, I don't know, the plane is cool, so I'm leaving it alone. I can't get it to do it 100% of the time, but it's cool. So again, I'm leaving it alone, and we're going to see where we can go with this bird. And again, this is, I'm leaving it alone. I say it like that, but again, this is going to be for y'all to play with, so. Hey man, just make sure you get a damn garage or something like that, so you got a studio. You know the deal. You got to know the deal. You were asking about that curl? Well, you notice how like, oh shit. It's tough because regular coyote, right? Coyote actually has that curl. Goblin sometimes. Not so much though, but like, see, Coyote's like, see that? Coyote's got the curl, but it's lost it out of the port wing. So it's something like, unfortunately, that's where you actually have some maintenance coming in. You ever do maintenance to your planes, D?
Sometimes.
Like, that's the maintenance I talk about, and like, this is like, sometimes, that's what makes Coyote, it's special, but like, dude, it requires maintenance, and you guys are used to it, like, okay, if you throw a flight or two, Thunderbolt, Apex, Javelin, right? They go up, they crash, they take the hit on the nose, and the nose bends, so you gotta straighten it out, right? That's basically what that is. So the curl, that's crucial to these birds. That'll be crucial to X. And of course, you get X, I'm gonna tell you, you gotta curl it. But it's nothing special, really. It's just you need your fingernail. But if you run it, I can't do it to this one. I have made this one's curl so damn sharp that I'm actually beginning to fray the paper on this wing. This one's really sharp. This one hasn't gotten to that level yet. I probably can't. Actually, it's because it's been refolded. But, it's basically just, like, it's the same thing you do when you make your creases tight. Running, like running your finger and pressing it. Like if you would use a marble, a pen, whatever it is you use to crease it. But you have to have the feel for it on this. You can do it with any damn plane. You can do it, you can do it to planes in front of you if you wanted to do it. But again, some of these work better with the, you got tape at the back end of that one? Hot! Dude.
Green one?
Yeah, that green one right there. That is green, right? Or am I colorblind?
Oh, you're good.
Okay. That's tape back there.
Uh-huh.
I see it. Oh, shit. See, here we go again with that techness like us holding it together. Would I have done that? I don't know. I would have done that, but like, I mean, I got one right here. This thing flew like this and flew good. No tape, no staple, no nothing. Just like, this one does that too.
Oh, you can tell, but this whole stretch here is all tape.
Oh, hell yeah. Look at that shit.
All tape. Keep it exactly, as Avi would put it, was, creating the wing pockets. There is wing pockets, you can tell.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. There's wing pockets, but they're forced down as much as possible. This is a much thicker cardstock too, or not cardstock, but a much thicker paper. I think this is one of our one of those advertising signs from Sam's Club.
Oh yeah, okay. So it's thicker.
Yeah, so it's a little bit thicker. So I needed a lot of tape for this one to stay held. Boy, she's one of my best flying saber-tooths.
That's not new though, right?
Oh no, this is actually another 11-year-old bird. So
I thought so. Okay, it looked familiar. I honestly couldn't remember. I mean, I'm not gonna say like the tape looked familiar, but like I know you've done that, so I didn't know if that was a new, is that something new versus something old, or the plane looks familiar, but because the sheet looks like I've seen
very
that. Very
distinguishable.
Yeah.
And I just like it because it looks symmetrical all the way down.
That's right. That's what I would. Yeah, symmetrical is a good word for that situation. Son of a bitch. Why don't you write, you slimy cow? What's today, the 9th?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta write that down. There we go. All right. Sorry, blocking it out. Yeah, it's kind of like, I would say that's a Dodge paper, right? It's like cardstock?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely much thicker than a regular sheet of paper, but I wouldn't go as far as to say it's cardstock.
Okay, so like the next grouping up.
Yeah, I would say next grouping up probably.
Not like file folder. File folder's some thick shit.
Vanilla?
I've made phases like back when the ones with the fins first came out. Phases got the file folder treatment, and that was stupid thick. That's so thick that you can't keep all your paper in there.
Right.
Like I actually Mark, you'll have a field day with this shit. I mean, if it went by your rule, technically it's not a phase, but again, my intention was to build a phase, so that was a phase, and blah, 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 blah. Let's get into that, but, you know how to do it. You make your fold, you do the first fold. If you do that with a file folder, it's too thick. I don't know if Dalton, if you build that saber-tooth there, that's you've never shown how to build. I mean, I've seen you build them, so I kind of know. You don't have an official one out there, but that's like a single-folded bird, right? There's no double in that?
This one here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all single fold.
Okay, so you can do that with that thickness, that gauge. But like if you
Well,
did
I
it with
think this
file
is
folder,
also-
I don't know.
Right, and then this was a much. I think this is a bigger than 11 by or 8 by half an 11.
Yeah. Damn, the thing looks crisp.
Well,
But like it's, oh Jesus, what the hell? It's like you got to take the weight out. I like it. Mark, you built a Javelin with me. You know that. You built a V5R. Those planes, like, there's so much folding going on. Certain things you just aren't going to be able to do. The Dodge paper, you could have built a Javelin with that. The file folder, that's the same way. The file folder was like, you make the first fold, and then you immediately cut that fold off, and then make the rest of the folds. So basically, it was like a single papered, what I called the single papered phases, kind of like Diablo. However, with the increased mass of the file folder, it, like, the weight was right back up to a regular phase. It just, like, you're like, okay, I can't add more to this. And you can use file folder if you ever played with it. It makes for great planes, but it really does. But you won't get the same results. You better have a good plane to go, because, like, to start off with. Because, again, that shit is so thick. If it's the wrong one, you're not going to be able to put, like, I couldn't build these out of it. There's no way. If there's any massive amount of folds in the nose, it ain't happening. There's just too much material.
Well, and that's why Sabertooth is good for me, because it's like less than 4 folds in the front.
And that's it. Yeah. Yeah, I know. We couldn't get the damn Dodge paper to hold down with tape. Try taping that shit and it would come apart. They're like, even before you flew it, it wanted to unfold itself. That shit was really thick. At first, we mastered it because we did get a couple good planes out of it. But boy, we went in there young and stupid because we were like, man, this is going to make a great interceptor. And then we tried making a third fold in the nose, like on anything that was an interceptor. We're like, this ain't going to work. You just can't hold it anymore. Oh, okay, so let me not backtrack. Anyway, you want to know about the curl. The curl is, like, you could, good God, that damn thing is big. Hold on. That's what she said. The curl, you ain't gonna do it with no cardstock. You ain't gonna do it with no thickness. Apparently, Dalton's got the fucking big birds ready to go tonight.
I found her.
Yes, you did.
I gotta bring her out.
Oh my God! You gonna bring out the one that's like gonna cover the entire? Oh, okay.
No. That one's still upstairs. I can't bring that one out.
All right. So the wing.
Is the small of my big bomber.
That is that right there. That's his fighter bomber, folks. That's like, yeah. Hey, put that XL-16 up on top of that damn thing. Yeah, that's his fighter bomber. See, folks, that's that size comparison we're talking about.
Yep.
And I have no doubt that Sabertooth could probably carry that XL too, because easily. Not only is it the glidability factor, but that again is made out of a thicker stock of paper.
That is manila.
Yeah, that's manila. There you go. See, yeah. So, I mean, like, dude, yeah, it's like Sabertooth is damn. Yeah, you know. So the wing curl. Okay, wait. All right, the wing curl. All right.
Back to the wing curl.
Back to the wing curl. It's like, use your finger, and you can use the soft part, but whatever you want to crease, like, take the fingernail and just, like, drag it, and you drag it, like in this one's case, because I got the wing pocket here, you see that, right? And then the wing leading edge, just make that really tight, and make sure you just kind of follow it. Like, it's like, you can't really see, but, like, you make it do the curl by this one being sharp and this one being soft. So it's just that you follow that down. I mean, I can make it curl up too if I wanted to, but I want them going down. And it's literally along the stiffest part of the wing. I don't touch the back end at all. I do touch this, the master fold. I'll touch that there, and I'll touch that here. That's it. But that's what gives it the curl that you see there, which also makes it look like the wing. You see, like, there's actually like a dip to the back. Yeah, it's that does that. That's exactly what does that.
Supposed to increase flight.
This is the axe. These things fly amazing, dude. I can't believe. And this one here also, like, actually has a little piece of tape holding the back end here, because this was so spread apart due to this fin that it was like, nah, can't do that. Gotta have a tape. So this is the first one to actually have tape in the tail end, which I'm not entirely fond of, because it also makes the fin super thin, and actually these planes, I found that out for any of you guys that are going to take advantage of X. X seems to like having them open in the back to actually have kind of like a speed brake sort of action to slow it down on its glide. It helps it glide better, and it doesn't activate the rudder so much. Because, when in flight they deploy like this, they're out, they're wide, like these are. Like what basically all of them. This one being sharp, that's an active rudder, and it's like, yeah, if you have a problem with a corkscrew, and if you have a problem with yaw banking the wrong way, that right there, you don't want that. You need to get rid of that if you want to control the yaw or the direction it's going, instead of worrying about like putting flaps on there, because then you'll be dealing with flaps and fighting that and blah blah blah. It sucks. Don't get into that shit. Yeah. Rudders kind of suck. I mean, you could do a staple. Wait a minute. You talking about him or mine? I thought about doing a staple, but like these things, like in Ma and in the X is the balance is pretty good right now. This one actually hasn't test flown that much. It's still decent, and there's enough weight to counterbalance any weight that I put on there. But you notice that piece of tape back there is like tiny. It's tiny. Can you see that? It's tiny. It's real small. That's masking tape too, but there is also masking tape holding the nose together. So I figured it was mine before I'm going into the description. KIA's got like, don't that damn thing, dude. Like,
oh, it's ridiculous.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It is. It's horrible.
And see, look now. See his little strakes that he's got there. His strakes are mounted on the side. Oh. Like that. That's the other saber-tooth he just showed you, the green stock that was smaller. They're mounted up under the wing, facing down. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a different mod.
Yeah, that's just different tech. That's still he's playing with the same fold, but like it's folded up to do that, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. It's folded up, but not as far back onto the wing to go down. It's just folded up onto the body so it can go out.
Down. Right, correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got sticky tape here, two sides of there. I got one right where my thumb is. It's hard to see if it's white. Yeah, I got like 4 pieces of tape down holding this wing down, basically.
I can tell. See, yeah, so... And you need that because that damn thing would probably be sticking out if it wasn't for that.
Oh, yeah. It would be... It's already coming off. I'll probably have to actually add some more tape.
Good God.
It's falling off.
You could put double-sided on the inside of that, maybe?
Well, that's all I was thinking, too. Maybe take the tape off, peel off, and then put some double tape. Yeah, she's a beast. Yeah, this is, not even the biggest one, so. The biggest one,
you have upstairs. You don't have it down there, do you?
Is it the black one, or is it the other one?
I don't know. I always thought the orange one was the biggest one.
Yes, you're right, because actually the black one is different.
Yeah, because you went sequential, like, and the lime green one. Do you still have the lime green one, too?
The lime green one, that's the biggest.
That one's poster board, right?
That one's poster board, and it has coffee stirrers and some other reinforcements to keep it body straight and everything.
Oh, man, dude, if he does a show on that, he's got to show you one of those. That damn thing, boy.
Yeah, well, I'm going to take up the whole screen for that one, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to like blow up his camera view to show you that whole saber-tooth.
Yeah, for sure. It's literally going to take up the whole thing.
Not only that, but that saber-tooth that you're looking at right there, that one could fit on the other one he made.
Yeah. And again, still fly.
There's pics. I can't remember if there's a video of it. There's definitely pics of that damn thing.
Put it this way, when it flew over Still and Missile, it cast a shadow.
You trying to say I'm small? I am. If I could have grabbed it, it probably would have taken me with it.
It very well could have.
That damn thing, dude. Yeah, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure, didn't we actually put 3 planes on there and it held them? Because you didn't do, Team Blackhawk didn't go on that. Team Blackhawk went on a different bird, right?
Yeah, that was Cherokee.
Yeah. You still got that puppy around?
No, I still can't fucking find it.
Damn. God, you and NASA right over there, boy. I swear to God, you two, I can't find it. Where the hell can't you find these birds?
Yeah.
It's not laying around in La Follette somewhere. It's out there somewhere.
Yeah, it'd be long gone if it wasn't.
Right? How do you fly it? Kind of like a kite. I mean, like...
Yeah.
Well, you've seen D, man. D's big enough. He can build big-ass birds. It's really not going to help him. You know, like, he can do that shit. You or I, if we'd have to let go, because if we didn't let go, we'd start going with the plane and reducing its flight. Yeah, so, you know, especially with them tiny hands. I didn't do it. He did that last show. He did that. That's his fault.
Yeah, that was me. My bad.
But, like, dude, yeah, he's, like, he can throw them. They don't go, like, Saber-tooth actually is quite amazing because of those streaks that it has. It goes better than, like, we anticipate. Any one of us would build, like, upsize any of our planes to get the transports, and they basically, like, dude, if it just goes from point A to point B in a straight line, we're happy. Saber-tooth does it better because, first of all, you see all that wing area. That fucking plane is about as wide as it is long.
Mm-hmm.
And then to top it off, he's got those streaks in a stupid strategic location. They like help it fly the plane. It's kind of like it does itself. There's little twists and turns in its flight.
26 wide. No, yeah, it's way longer, but 26 wide by 29 and a half long.
See, so yeah, it's about as wide as it is long. Yeah, and that's pushing. Obviously, like you're not in like vampires kind of sort of situation. Any of your stunt planes where it is wider than it is longer, and then you're talking. There's only one way it's going to fly, and it's going to be a stunter.
Yeah.
That's different because the weight distribution still pushed forward. There's still this plane's almost practically got which way's the front end, and then and he's still got weight up front. He's still got a definitive front end, but the glidability is huge because the wing area is great. And that's why it's more. It can carry a lot, but it's more tuned to, like you just said, like you let it go and it flies where it wants to go. I do a little bit of additives on the vampires lately to kind of like let you know, like, hey, this thing's down, like, and you see like. Giving a little bit of extra folds in vampires can take a whole lot of shit too because they're only ever going to fly one way. So again, like pretty good test plane, even though they stunt and it's a short flight, you know how they're going to fly each time. So I can test a lot of technology that works on stunters anyway on those because you can't change a flight. I can't get an interceptor out of that damn thing unless I combine it with another plane. And D was with me to actually make that plane. He saw its creation. He's seen it through its entire life. He saw the plane that this was. He saw the prototype, which I can actually say was a prototype, because the prototype was not built this way, but it was. It's like it modified into what Vampire has become now. So yeah. D's been through all of it. He's been with it like since it was a baby and it was a newborn, and he nursed it through life. That was built. Yeah, that was built one night at Sam's Club, and it's been ever since.
Sure. Again, very distinctive.
Very distinctive, yeah. But like a lot of ours are like that, aren't they? That's how we build them. There's some touch to all of these that makes them.
Well, that's what's cool when you start building, is you want to make, like I think you and I were discussing that maybe on the last show. You know, like when I first started, yeah, a lot of my stuff was very basic, and then once I got to cosine phase 2, and eventually phase 3, then I started learning on how to do different folds, do different things, and be more creative with the folds. You know, so where I can start to come and bring a bird that looks like this. You know,
hell yeah,
which is very unusual for me. You know, that's like one of my most creative, in my opinion, at least, my oddball looking plane. You know, compared to like a 16 here.
Yeah, that's pretty standard. Sector is wild, dude.
No, this is not Sector.
No, I mean not that one. I mean Sector is wild.
Right.
I always thought Sector was wild.
Yeah, Sector 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Demon actually. I think.
Oh, is that Demon? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a Sector handy?
Yeah.
I always thought Sector was fucking wild.
Yeah, this is Demon.
Yeah. I mean, like, and he's got a couple of them. Dude, I thought Shadow was like that too, wasn't it?
Yeah, don't ask me about Shadow.
For those of you not knowing, Mark, you might not even know that Shadow is kind of like Black Knight, Black Squire. I actually saw him build #1. We made a news blurb about that, and now he doesn't know where the hell that thing went. Can't find it. Doesn't know where it is. Doesn't know what it is. Couldn't build it. He's like, I keep trying to talk to him the same way I talk to you. It's like, none of us know. All we know is like what's scaled back to memory. You could build a plane and just call it that's what it was and be good, you know. Yeah, dude, yeah. Yeah, it's the infamous, man, I'm telling you, just bring Black Knight back, bro. Bring it back. It should be hot. It's either that or you could always... No, I'm not going to mention that shit. I was thinking of something evil, but I'm not going to do that because here we are. But... So you're saying it's cramped and your internet cuts out so you can't get any work done and you can't watch shows? Is that what you're saying? Do we sound and look stupid, or do you just not get reception? Like AM internet? Damn, I dropped it. Okay, there it is. Let's try to fly that plane back around, and there you go. Doing a 2.0 what? The hell's that mean? Do you mean the actual internet? You're gonna need all the help you can get, bro. See, yeah, Demon doesn't. Okay, there it is.
There she is.
Yeah, talk about a plane that looks like it doesn't want to fly too much. I mean, no, that one looks like it wants to fly, but it still looks wicked. I think the most wickedest thing that I thought looked like crazy was that where his folded Delta Diamond, and then if you look at all the folds back there, it like fold. There's a 1, there's a 2. Look at all that shit. Look at all that shit.
Yep. This was very I was very happy when I made this one.
Oh, okay, Black Knight 2.0.
Flew too. It was just mind blowing.
Yeah, that damn thing, dude. Yeah, I mean seriously.
It was like how did that decide to fly like that? I mean, it's crazy.
I mean, yes, okay. Demon's probably got. I mean, looking at both of them sitting right there, I'd say like, yeah, actually, if I had to compare the two, Demon is the one that looks like it shouldn't fly. But like I said, I always thought Sector was like, dude, that's got to be your craziest. Like all the folds that are visible on it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like all the possibilities that it could like fuck up. But it's a pretty good flyer for what it is.
Yes, very, very, very much so.
Like that's a cool little bird. I'm glad that one hasn't been lost through time like Shadow has.
Yeah, well, Shadow was a one-off at the time, and then I lost.
Yeah, where and how? You know you had it like you didn't leave it in the locker, did you?
It was an accident. Must have got in the locker, and then I lost it.
God damn it! So you can do what NASA's talking about right there. You can just do. It's the same thing I tell him all the damn time. Like, okay, I can remember it from memory, and I can picture it. And like he's mentioning now, he's wondering if Black Knight was just a bigger Thunderbolt. Not really, because you had Black Squire too, which was slightly smaller, same plane. You just changed the name. And I remember it being like Dalton's. Like he had Sabretooth. You had that same kind of fold that he has on the bottom on the top. That's what Black Knight and Black Squire had. Now, I don't know if that's like simply a flipped freaking Sabretooth. No, it's not, because Sabretooth also got like again the ratio. Like Black Knight and Black Squire were really long. I think you made them out of Chinese menus.
I guess the Chinese.
The Chinese menus, yes. Because they were long planes. They weren't that particularly wide, but they were long. And Sabretooth obviously is like almost as wide as it is long. We pointed that out.
Right.
Except for that one sitting right there.
That's not.
You really do have a bunch of them handy, don't you?
That's not Sabretooth.
What is that?
Infamous Red Donut. Or no, sorry, SNA.
That's SNA?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, oh, the one you got to work.
Uh-huh.
Ah, okay. Now, I'm sorry, big guy. I remember now. Yeah, because you kind of did a hiatus on SNA 52 because you were not liking that it wasn't working after that first one.
Right.
So that's the one you got to work, but didn't you got the idea from Sabretooth, right?
Right.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah, because this one's got a bunch of the understrakes again.
Yeah.
And I modified the upper streaks as well. So it's got 2 upper streaks along with the regular anhedrals and understrakes as well.
See? Yeah, okay. So it
Plus there's a lot. This is the same material as this Sabretooth.
I can see that, yeah.
But this one has got a hell of a lot more folds in the front nose. I mean, it could probably almost be as well as a Apex or Javelin. It's so thick in the nose.
Obviously not exactly something you want to do. However, if it's carrying stuff, all you needed to do is go from point A to point B.
Right.
Or bombing stuff, point A to point B. Dude, I can honestly tell you, Mark, that yeah, probably it was made out of calendar paper. I think the Squire was Chinese menu and the Knight was calendar paper. Because that's how you made the difference in sizes. So if you get that shit right, just get with D here and ask him how he built Sabretooth. Oh my God. Ask him how he built Sabretooth and you might be able to flip side that and get Black Knight out of it.
Remember this one.
Ain't nobody going to forget that one.
Yes, sir. Hopefully Avi will look at this one. Look at this show, because yeah, this is the one that launched all those rockets.
All those rockets.
9 of them to be exact.
I've got mine, the Javelin that did that. I got that in the Palace, but like it's stinking up the Palace with its fire, so you know.
Right.
All the burns and ashiness.
It's gonna have to go in its own wing.
Actually, you're right. That's what I do with mine. I've got it in a bigger Ziploc bag so it doesn't stink it up. I mean, I keep most of them in Ziploc bags when they're in the Palace, but that one's separated from the rest too. The funny thing about it is my Palace doesn't have that many oldies in there. Like, hell, I think, obviously you saw in the last show, my 30-year-old is still flying. I'm not going to retire that one because it's 30 years old.
Right.
If you could, I wish we had a picture. If we could convince Dalton over there to be really friendly and show us how to do us not tonight, but on a show, because I wouldn't want to waste it tonight unless he wants to do it. But if he could build a Sabretooth, maybe if you caught the show, you may be able to refresh your memory and figure out how the hell a Black Knight and a Black Squire churned out. Because like I said, I know they're similar. Somehow, I know they're similar. I never said that, Dalton, I never said that to you when you built it. I mean, just because I didn't see it. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, I think when Mark made a Black Knight, he still has, there's it's not a true Delta Diamond, but there's a little bit, it's kind of like what you had with Sector. There's a little bit of it there, where he put his winglets. I think that was a diamond, and that was it. I'm trying to remember that crazy. So, well, yeah, and that's the thing. If you guys, I don't know, D, do you think you were kind of basic back when you built Shadow? I mean, that wasn't that long ago, but it was a while ago.
Yeah, it's long. It's
6 years?
4 years this job, so 6 years, yeah, probably about that.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I mean, 6 years. And, okay, Mark, you were building basic stuff back then, so, yeah, if both of y'all, a Black Knight 2.0, a Shadow 2.0, only you guys are going to know that's what it was. So, if you can just get an inkling of what it looked like, you could just build from that. And it's okay, well, let me do this. And, just make it, you know what I mean? Only you guys know. I'd love to say I remember exactly how you made that Shadow, D, but, We didn't even take a picture. We should have at least taken a picture.
You should at least take a picture so I know what the outline of it
God.
is.
You see, guys, this is why I keep telling y'all, like, you guys need to give me one example of each one of your planes, and you need to take pictures of all of your planes, just so you have posed. Like, because I got a folder with every one of my birds in there, including some that are retired, and like, that's what I mean. It's like, you got to have them on hand, so you can have views, so you can go like, oh, that's how that went. Oh, okay. Or 17, yeah, it was about 17 years ago, I think. That sounds more right, because I'm thinking, like, well, it was 2003. Whenever you were at Quantico, that was Quantico. No, that was Cherry Point. Because that was the point. That was the annex. That was when I came down. That was, yeah. CD, me and him went over there, and like, this is basically when he was fresh out of boot, basically. And he got stationed over there, and he came to visit me, and I came to visit him. And he showed me, like, the new annex. He was so close to the fucking ocean, we couldn't fly really good. And it was always humid, so it kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But when it caught the wind, it was good flights. And then he made that damn thing. And, like, it was okay around the apartment. Like, at the annex, it was kind of like all of our big planes were trashed. Because it was just so damn windy. It was a great big-ass area, but it was so freaking windy, we couldn't really benefit. Your Sabretooth would probably would probably love it.
Right.
No, you were fresh out, dude. Seriously. You know what I'm saying, dude. You know what I'm saying. I ain't saying you were literally like fresh out. I'm saying you were fresh out. You know, I'm not talking about a new recruit. I'm talking about fresh out. I'm sorry, you're not catching my meaning behind that. It's all right. I'm doing it wrong because it ain't coming out the right way. But he, like, dude, it was like, the point was cool. He was trying to be a football coach back then. He was doing a pretty good job. And, like, the annex was ridiculous, dude. It wasn't like La Follette, like, enjoying La Follette. It wasn't like Buena. Buena was surrounded by trees. Ironically, the annex was surrounded by trees, but it's about the size of, like, a football field and a little bit more. Kind of narrow, but really freaking long. And unfortunately, the long ways, I think there was a football field next door, wasn't there? But, like, the long ways was going the way, you know, with the wind from the coast. So it, like, blew right through the channel of the trees, and it was like, no, we can't fly. I mean, like, there were some good flights, but it was rough. It wasn't like, dude, it wasn't like the one we had at Raintree either, so. It's nice when you can get an annex. Well, I mean, like, Dalton can only fly an annex because his yard doesn't exist.
Yeah, right.
Like, he can make, like, a patrol fighter, and all it need to do is fly, like, you know, a vampire or some shit.
Yeah,
a banshee.
15 feet, that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he's got his, like, basically his personal space covered, he's got it covered. Dude ain't got no yard.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. See, now there you go. You're picking up a little bit. You were in the barracks. That's what I'm saying, fresh out. That's why. Because, I mean, like, I remember your barracks brought me home, bro. I was like, dude, I remember this kind of thing. I would think, Dalton, if you fly, if you got any plane, like, do you have one that covers your area, like, it comes back to you?
No, not really. Maybe Sector. That one was always a closer flight.
Yeah. I see. Yeah, that's not because I'm thinking like as small as your yard is, that's what I would think is like it's something like you could throw out. It would go just beyond, say, your fence, but come back to you after it flew out there. That's like perfect. I mean, because if it goes any further than that, you could start to consider it like air superiority or even a striker at that point. That's like control. You gonna be in the same damn boat. Be like both of y'all, same damn boat. Y'all like, I got a driveway and a garden. I don't really have a yard. I got a driveway and a garden. So if I can defend that driveway, I'm straight. I got a little more land area here, so I got to, you know, like, it's about right, I think. It's ironically, it's probably about the same size as the tract of land I had at the 477th. So it worked out great. My defense and, you know, something like that is the same ranges. You mean you might have to go back to high school? Oh, no, there's high school nearby you? Now that you're in the cabin. Well, the cabin, you said the cabin and the RV in the same spot. Dude, he's like in part of this, like, retirement home kind of situation. So he's really got, like, I mean, like, basically, oh my God. He's got all these bases down in Florida that basically have, like, maybe, like, a half acre between all of them. I don't know how many bases are in Florida, and I think he closed a couple, but seriously, between all of them, I think he's got, like, maybe your front yard. Maybe. It's freaking crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Abby's here. Ha ha! Abby checked in. What's up going on there, big guy? Yeah, you need to revamp those bases. Like, I mean, like, it's one thing to have a lot of bases, but it's also one thing to have like 22 bases in one state.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't even have, even if you put one plane at every base, it's like, okay, it's getting a little bit much. Like, I mean, it's totally up to you how you create and weed them down, obviously. Like, that, OAE, same fucking thing. He's got like a couple, but even he was talking about he wants to revamp it too. He's thinking about revamping, or not revamping, but reopening Stearns that he closed so he can have a little separation. And again, like someone like me, I'm all for that shit. Just because I like fin codes, I like different bases, and get your roundels, people. And I'm going to throw that shit out every show. Maybe I'll put that as the title of every show.
Aircraft Weekly.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Hey, if you need those damn, well, did you say you got them? Dude, did you say you got them?
I did before. I don't know if I can find them again. I had a whole fucking sheet, I think I had 2 sheets of them.
Well, see, that's yeah. Oh, I'm going to make y'all drunk with my bounciness here. There it goes. Well, I mean, if you got it, you got it. But, I mean, they're easy to acquire, too. So,
yeah.
If somebody that still worked in the government could get us a hold of them, like they could get us a hold of those, like, records books, it would be great. Somebody who works in a... Well, I mean, you don't work in an office environment because you work from home. But, I mean, if you work in an office environment, you can get rid of, you can get a hold of some Avery things. That would be outstanding.
Conveniently send them out to all of us.
Yeah, that would be so fine. I would love that so much. If, like, instead of green books, I got these white pieces of paper with circular stickers on them. Oh, that would be the bomb. Actually, I wouldn't mind getting them with rectangular stickers now too, because what I'd like to do is start putting nose art and the squadron, like, you know how real aircraft, they usually do like a squadron banner on the tails, and so I'd love to do that. I really would love to do that. The only reason I haven't taken to, like, I have a label maker, or I haven't taken to doing that is because I can't get it just so. I'd really like it to be cool. And, like, the coolest I could do is write on it so far, so. Wait a minute, what the hell? Hey, D, answer me something. Like, Abby keeps mentioning that. What is an Exile T1? I can't remember.
That's the official of Exile.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, so that's like, you call it that all the time.
I mean, yeah, I guess I've always called it Exile, but the official is Exile T1.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So he's just giving you the full-out name now.
Right, yeah.
One training. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Let's backtrack.
It was supposed to be a on-take of phase where it would be like T1, T2, T3, T4.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
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 Like how you have phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. So you did that because you had Chaos as a 2 and then Exile as a 3, but you were like, you went that route because you didn't want to change the names anymore. So you're just gonna be like, okay, these are Exiles and stepping up. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. That cleared that up. I didn't know that one either.
Yeah.
I didn't know 23 was that cool.
I don't know.
You can't get a hold of no supplies. Why can't you get a hold of no supplies now? I thought you were the man living in the supply closet. Not that I need records books anymore, but again, if you had Avery's, man. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I've got like the package of 25. D, did you get like a package of them, or did you just get a couple sheets? One in each. Oh, okay. Wow, dude. I was wondering about that. Now, I had mentioned it like, okay, I got one overseas, and and I got one here, but I was trying to like, I didn't want to break down training bases so much, but you got giving me passive thought. Like I did put another one in a region, so like South Carolina's got 2 of them, and nobody else has any. Because I couldn't weed out like what kind of parameters did I want for a training base. I didn't want it to be like anything different, but then again, I had a friend in IVPAC die, and I took over his base because of that. So, I mean, that kind of led me to like, okay, that's the perfect training base. Especially because he was somewhat like obsessed with the idea of it. Like, we loved Top Gun at the time. And I don't mean the movie, I just mean the idea of Top Gun. Training squadron where you have red air versus blue air and you constantly practice. That's where we did most of our shooting at each other's planes things. So, yeah, I know the supplies you get are like software and hardware based. I mean, you know how to throw that bird. You did it. You just didn't do it exactly like he did. And I showed you how to build 3. Phase 3 is a basic. If you know how to build that one, you know how to build the others. Like, Phase 3 and XLT, they're all the same. So if you've got that, it's like we showed you on that last one. You get that card piece, which was missing, and you're going to be fine. Well, you'll be closer to fine. So, oh my God, dude, you're getting official with that shit. Uh-oh, wait, what? Wait. That said, I see that. That says Phase 3 in that little corner there. Or 2. Oh, my God, I just got stupid. That's a straight trailing edge, and I called it a Phase 3. Durr. Oh, you did it? Oh. Hey, speaking of that, okay, wait. You added the weight. Did you tape it all the way like he did too? Because remember, he taped near the back, and he taped it all the way down, like basically to where his finger was there. So there's still extra. It's like you said. You were talking about the wing pockets like blowing out. That would probably prevent that. You could probably go as far as to actually tape down the wing pockets to prevent that as well, because he obviously added a bunch of weight on there. So that would probably work out for him. That's kind of crazy. And type of tape does matter. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I
think that was just regular clear, like actual clear tape.
Well, yeah. As opposed to like the masking tape I've got on these axes here, but yeah. Why the hell do you keep flipping over? Stop that. Okay, I can agree with that. I mean, okay, I can kind of agree with that. Staples do work pretty good. But, again, you got to keep in mind that when you do staples to tape, the staple adds more weight to the plane than the tape does. So if what we're basing on tape is working out, you just get a little bit, you get a little piece, you get Scotch tape, the clear packing tape, which is basically, well, I don't know, dude. Clear packing tape can be pretty thick. If it's like clear Scotch packing tape, there's a difference. Or like you get electrical tape. You ever try making it with that? Any of y'all try making it with electrical tape? That shit's nuts. Even masking tape doesn't weigh as much as electrical tape. Electrical tape's like adding weight tape. I did that once on the fly because it was the only chance I could get like my a handle of. It's like one of the few phases. I don't build too many out of the realm of bases. But one time when I was in my mobility squadron, we got placed for an exercise on the other side of the base to be as far away as possible. And I actually was inventorying shit, and it was downtime at the moment. So I just built one there, and there was no tape on hand, nothing to cut the tape with. So I built a phase there, and I wrapped the nose in fucking electrical tape. Because I don't think I could rip. God, that plane actually was really good. After I trimmed nose off, I found something to cut after the fact. So I had to trim nose off because the electrical tape just added so much weight, it was ridiculous. Yeah, it's KT tape. What the fuck does that do? I've heard about it, but what does it do for... Does it add, diodes into there? What the hell is that? I don't think none of us have ever done that. Oh, and by the way, let me point that out too. Like somebody like Dalton. Dalton's got what? 5 bases here? That's about it? Dalton's never left the state. Dalton doesn't have another base somewhere, but he's got a few here. And well, some of us are a little bit more traveled. But my kicker on that shit is like, you want to regionalize stuff? I mean, I say you could play with it. So yeah, go for it. That'll be interesting. Did you guys ever think about what I mentioned like before about like export squadrons? Because you remember I was saying like, for us there is no way. It's not like true air forces or anything like that. Well, I mean, even nowadays, air forces try to put like one plane at one base because they don't like the mixture, especially if it's a fast mover versus a slow mover. But I mean, in the other case, like there's times when heavies don't cross with fighters and so on and so forth. Okay, that's your reasoning. But again, we're dealing with paper here. But one of the things like, okay, you may argue the fin codes aren't needed because it's obvious like a saber-tooth there doesn't look like, well, it definitely doesn't look like an axe, but it doesn't look like other planes. So there's really kind of no reason, like, which plane's flying there? But my point is, like, Exile, okay, from right here versus a phase that's sitting right here, you'd be like, okay, from a distance, no, you can't tell. But from right here, you'd be like, which one is which?
Right, well, here.
Yeah, see, yeah, exactly, yeah. So now you're talking, now you're looking at it like, which plane is which. That's where I was like thinking of the coding. I mean, yes, for photo ops, coding only need be this big, this small when it's here. But like from a distance, this is probably still a bad example, but you may not be able to tell the difference. Like if I was flying a regular phase 2 and he flew that one, how would you know whose was whose?
Right.
Oh my God, that's a perpetual pre-count. That plane must be old.
Yeah, right.
I recognize that paper.
Yes, sir.
Although I do see, doesn't it say phase 2 or phase 3? It says phase 2 on it, right?
Phase 2, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's the one you had built. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, July 1st of 2014.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. She's 10 years old, too.
This is the one that you built because you wrote the phase 2 on there.
Oh, yeah. Well, that don't mean, well, yeah. I was going to say, that don't necessarily mean I might have just wrote that on there, but. Well, Abby, did you put the video up there on there? If you put the video on there so we can see how you folded it, we'll check it out. You know, I made my trip to Vegas last year, and I'm not counting that as a base. Just like I just got back, you guys don't know this, but I just got back from Boston. Like, when did I go? When the hell did I go? October 22nd. But, again, not counting that. I didn't even build while I was up there. It's not why I went. I was just seeing the sights, but I mean, you know, now that you guys are fucking talking about it, I should have built something up there because I don't have anything in the New England section. I got Zona, could have got Vegas, went to Cali, but didn't put anything down there. Now you tell me. I wouldn't have been able to do it anyway. I didn't stay long enough. It would have been a station. And remember, I followed my rules, so technically, like, yeah, well, 24 to 36 hour stay. Not building anything, definitely not flying anything, I can't call it a base. Now, if I increase my stay because I got to go back to Boston, I might just do something like that. And actually, that would count, too, because I'd have been back there for a prolonged period. So, well, I mean, yeah, you could get one wherever you go, but, like, so what, you're going to stay there long enough to do that shit? Damn. Yep. Well, there you go. I mean, there's an XLT1.
Couldn't tell that one, could you?
Could not tell that one at all. I had no idea you had that one right there. I want one. I wouldn't mind having one in California, except, first of all, he's got it covered, so I don't feel like, I mean, he's got our West Coast covered. And second of all, there's not really a fucking spot in California I'd ever want to be. I mean, what am I going to... Right? Yeah, what am I going to do? Fly straight into a fire? Yeah. While the ground's shaking underneath my feet? No fucking thank you. I don't think I'm going to do that. Thank you very much. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do want to visit Northern California with a passion. But if I could fly and get a base there, that'd be awesome. My like, great aunt lives up there. And talking with my sister, like, this was actually a year ago now. I haven't mentioned it to her lately, but she did say she wouldn't mind me and her visiting once, especially before she dies, because she's getting up there in age. So, I mean, I might take a journey up there, because if I could spend like 3 or 4 days, I can get a base out there. That would be fine. Wouldn't mind that. No, I know. And like, if you got, why didn't you take the base out there? Don, you need to travel, bro.
Yeah, right.
Get you something out there. Like, go back to Minnesota with me, or let's go to Chicago again, and you can build and fly something there. And then like, well, we'd have to spend the night though. Well, no, you don't have to spend the night as long as you keep going back. Right. Return trips count. Cumulative count. So. We don't need our northern section covered. What are you going to put out there? The training base? Because, like, we're not going back. I kind of like, man, like, we kind of have the coverage pretty good. So, you know. I've been actually thinking about closing a couple myself, just because, like, looking at them, there's like, well, I mean, there's always some on the closure list. I have some that are ready to fall into the act should I make the comment. It's just I haven't really done these that quite yet. Some of you guys need to expand your world a little. Like, I mean, D, you've been down to Chicago more than once, right?
No, that was only one time.
That was it?
Yeah.
Which time?
You?
No, you went down with Mike and...
Oh, that was Tennessee. Yeah.
Oh, see, you got Tennessee! Why didn't that one count? He has been out of state.
Because that was like 2 hours worth of sleep, of getting down there and then sleeping and then going back the next morning.
But you did get out of state.
That's true.
That means you touched a few states too, because you just can't magically appear in Tennessee from Wisconsin.
That's true.
In a car.
Well, actually, no. Was it Alabama? Oh no, I don't remember.
Well, you went down there, so you've got some southern exposure now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Because of my railroad training, I did get Alabama, so I have a new base down there in Alabama, a state I almost vowed never to visit because it's fucking Alabama. So now I have a base in Birmingham, Alabama, and I really kind of don't want it because I don't know what to do with it. I mean, seriously, after I looked through and seen that, like, I got like 2 on the Gulf Coast of Mississippi, I got 3 in Texas, 4, I don't fucking remember, 3, and then I got the now like the 3 in Georgia, fuck me, 1 in Florida, and then now having 1 in Alabama, it offset my balance. Like, I had a balance, so you had like, you know, I had my strikers, had my fighters, had my bombers, had my transports. So I was covered. Now I put the one in Birmingham, and now there's no balance anymore. I was like, well, this shit bricks. I'm like, what do you open up here? So, like, I kind of screwed myself. But I did want it as a base. I mean, I spent like a whole month down there. That constitutes a base, dude. And I built and flew while I was there, so it really is, a bona fide base. Like, I feel like if you do all that, hey, Robert showed up too. Check it out. Oh my God, good of y'all to come up here, man. What's going on, dude?
I will be right back.
Are you be right? Well, all right. D, don't be lost, man. Montgomery? How's Montgomery? The piece of crap hole that was. Bobby, you gotta show me the proof, man. Show me, like, put it up there. Get that other video. Did you do the video? Because I didn't see anything. Do the video. Let me see, like, what you did, or more importantly, let Dave see what you did, so you can tell if that's the way that plane went, or like if you built it right. I mean, like, and again, you gotta remember, man, you can't just expect to get it the first try. You gotta give it more than one try right there, man. You got to give it more than one try. Yeah, I know. Alabama just... I don't know what it is. The feel of Alabama is so... Like, dude, after being up here, I realized why I left the South. That's not a dig on Southern people. It's not a dig on culture. Nothing like that. I mean, okay, it's kind of a dig on culture. Everything, it's weird, but everything down there feels sunken. That's the best way I can describe it. After visiting my not my hometown, but like what I feel is my hometown, South Carolina. After visiting my parents in North Carolina, and then after having gone to Alabama, and all three places feeling virtually identical, and like I said, it just feels, the best way I can say it is sunken. Every yard seems so flat, so low, and the houses feel like they're sinking into the ground. I know they're not. It's a look, it's a feel. It's just a feel. And god damn it, if I see another carport with no cars and a car on blocks in the front yard down south, I swear to God. Jesus Christ, dude. Why does every fucking house down south have a carport with may or may not be a car, usually a boat, and the car's out front, either off the driveway or in the front yard on fucking blocks? What the hell, dude? Why can't y'all take care of y'all's cars down there? Oh my God. I mean, don't get me wrong, northern motherfuckers got problems too, but Jesus Christ. The South is... Oh. I'm never going back down there, dude. If I said that about Alabama. I'll make a trip to do something, like visit one of y'all. I would do that. I am never ever going back down there willfully, like, to just do random shit ever again. There's no fucking way. I'll go down there for y'all. I'll go down there for rushes. I'll go down there for, well, basically that's it. Maybe for a Falcons game. But basically everything else, there's no reason I need to go to the South for anything. There's everything about it just feels oppressive to me. The white people, black people being oppressed by white people, the ground, the weather, it just, dude, my God. There is nothing about it appealing to me at all. Well, okay, yeah, there is. The cost of living. That's appealing. Yeah, like, when I see that, like, there's a possibility I could still get, like, a $6 value meal from McDonald's, that's appealing. That's prices I'm more used to, because, like, seriously, why the fuck is a small pack of fries over $1? That don't make no damn sense. Dude, your salad is too deep a salad, like, yeah. Yeah, dude, that's all it is, man. Just like, yeah, Robert said it right there. Perfect. You got to keep tweaking. And if you can't tweak the one plane, you got to build 5, 10, 200 more. 200, man. You remember my video where you take a tour of that, yeah, that is the stupidest fucking thing. Remember taking a tour and seeing how many planes I got in my freaking... Dude, that's the end result of trying to get one plane to do right. Don't be getting mad at everybody, at yourself. Don't get down on yourself. You got to get it right. You might have to build 1,700 of them damn planes to get it right. Some of y'all go through 3 different designs before you get it right. Can I get an amen? I mean, seriously. I swear to God, dude, McDonald's is so fucking overrated. Every time I see people in the line for McDonald's while I'm eating my fill in the blank, I'm like, why the hell do you still go there like their shit is special? Why? It's the same overpriced crap that I'm eating wherever I'm at. It tastes half as good. And y'all are in line for that like it's the end-all be-all. It's like $5 meal. Yeah, because McDonald's can't stoop that low to having that. And do you notice it's limited time? Like, it's been on Wendy's menu for 3 years. Thinking to myself. But I mean, like, dude, they've had that value meal for so long, and it's not going away. And McDonald's, on the other hand, can, like, barely, oh, fine, we'll bring it out. But we're only going to bring it out for a limited time, because we're McDonald's, and we're above that. Like, dude, you had 79-cent hamburgers, like, 10 years ago, you fuckers. God. Don't tell me about fucking inflation. There's no way a Spud costs that much. Dollar small value fry. Dude, bring it. Stupid. Ugh. Well, where do you... The key to that, Abby, would be, where do you think you're getting it wrong? Like, I would have to know that, just because, like, if you see what Dalton's got there, as far as Exiles, right? Okay, and let's call it what it is. It's the Phase 3. So, you see what Dalton's got there, KIA's version of Phase 3, and then you see mine, and it's like, okay, you see the difference. You see why it's different. Anybody, you look at it. Robert can, Mark can, look at it. You see that? Are you guys watching? You just listening. If you can see that screen, you see that plane, and you see his plane, which is, wait. His plane is down there. Down there. Right there. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Well, the one there too, but see the difference? This is the top of this plane, and those are the top. Fucking, hey, my finger don't bend like that. That's the top right there of that plane, and that plane that's like right, fuck me, there. Yeah. There's actually 3 of them. Well, fuck, there's 4 of them. The only thing is that burned one, that's an Apex. But all those planes, you see the difference? The wing pockets, very crucial. And if you ask him, and then you ask me, like, which one works, he will swear by the wing pockets on the bottom. I will swear by the wing pockets on the top. And I mean, like, he gets them to work. I'm not belittling that. He gets them to work. I get these to work. I've done that. God damn it. I've done that. Those right there. But mine don't work that well. Just like staples. Mine don't work that well with staples. I think it's in how you fold it. You get it to fold, so. Oh, I know. I mean, yeah, you're right. It doesn't take much, does it? Yeah. I mean, like, dude, it's an adventure. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. We went to Raising Cane's for lunch today, and, like, we kept it at $35. But seriously, I'm thinking, like, although you do notice, I did notice it, like, I just did that damn thing again. And, like, you know, $1 in 1984 is equivalent to, like, $7 now or some shit. I can't remember. What the hell was that? I cannot remember. I'm gonna do that. I just looked this up. Seriously. Oh, it's about $3. Okay, it's $3. So I mean, seriously, 303 today in 84. 40 years ago. I mean, that's actually quite a long time ago. that kind of sucks. But the point being, like, even that, how about even switch that to 94? Because even 94. $2.13, so every dollar is $2. I mean, again, you do a $1 to $2 ratio, okay, yeah, the dollar sucks now. So, yeah, maybe $1 fries shouldn't exist anymore, because that basically means they should be giving them away for like 40 cents, 50 cents. So, yeah, I guess we might be asking for a little bit much. You see how we're becoming our parents without even realizing we're becoming our parents? When they used to complain about the exact same shit we're complaining about now, because guess what? We're parents. I hate that shit. Oh my god, I hate that shit. But what can you do? What the hell did you do? Don't do that to me. Oh, that's gay. Jam my screen up in it. I don't think it's ever going to change. Because inflation is called inflation because it sure as hell ain't going to go down. It's never going down. What's the price of anything that went down? Name me something. Anything. Actually, you know what? I can't do that. For some odd reason, they think we're going to be fat and happy if they give us cheap TVs. Because, I don't know if you noticed, but TVs have just plummeted. I don't know why that, of all things, keeps going down. But it goes down. Never had my electricity bill go down. Never had my insurance rates go down. Actually, I can't say that because I just got informed of, like, my work, the insurance through my work. There's, like, 3 aspects of the insurance that are actually going down for the first time in, like, over 15 years. She said that. She's been there 22 years. And they're like, this is the first time I think I can remember seeing it, and it's definitely been 15 years, that any part of the insurance rates have went down. So, yeah, dude, it's like, if your grandparents and your parents were complaining about the same things we're complaining about now because we are parents, then yeah, shit ain't gonna change. I mean, like, we can bitch about it on social media all we want. That's the only difference between our grandparents and parents. Thing of the matter is, in another 20 years, shit's going to be double the price it is right now. So get used to these prices, because we're going to be bitching about that when the standard fucking value meal is $20. Because $1 won't even be worth 25 cents. Well, okay, well, like I said, Avi, give us one of your current ones, of like the one that you built now, knowing what he did, so we can guide you through it. But you keep building. You got to keep building, man. You got to build more so we can find out what it is that you did wrong. And, like, I mean, dude, you ever, it's funny because, like, Robert, has he ever asked you, like, build you one of yours? Because I look at this like, obviously, like some people, it's the methodology, right? Like you like you want to build and you want to fold and you want to create via fold. And like I personally think the way you do it is a lot more creative because you gotta legitimately have your design in mind, although you can see it to fruition. Because when you make your cuts and you tape, if you got a plan, I didn't know how to fold this, but I saw this. I'd be like, damn, how's he fold that? Which I'm sure a lot of you all do. I mean, like, I'm like those. I'm sure, like maybe like Mark just asked, like, how do you get the wings to curl? I mean, like, so there's aspects of everything where you like, how the hell does he do that? Or just how does he do that? But like we could like, I know a simple way to do that would be literally, and I suggested it before, just like look at it, pause the video, look at it, cut that design out, put a little weight up here, and voila, you have the plane without folding. You know, so yes, you're right. I do have a hidden video, but it's because it's like oh, it was raw, and it screwed up. I didn't want it, so like I gave the hidden video went public as a different version. So you're not really missing anything. You have it. It's out there. It just doesn't look. Dude, if that's a spider, I'm gonna kick its ass. It's where we hid the evidence, right? Yeah, see, that's what I mean. And like, I mean, we're to build like something like yours, where it's not a matter of folding. It's a matter of. It really would be like doing like what I just said here. Like, okay, well, just cut the design out, put the weight in the proper spaces, and boom, you got a plane. Well, like he does with that. You know. Yeah, you recognize? Yeah, she's a beauty. Thank you for giving me the one that's colored IVPAC colors. I love it, dude. Seriously. I hang it from my ceiling. Because, like, dude, if I could feature the damn thing all the time, I would. Yeah. But, like, remember I think I was saying, like, how you, like, I feel this stuff in there, but I don't know how much is in there. Yeah. I want to call it Firefox. It reminds me of Firefox, even though it's not Firefox. Y'all watch that movie? Like, what the hell was Clint Eastwood doing in a movie that wasn't a Western? But, yeah. Yeah, I like that movie. Yeah, she's pretty tight. I know, dude. You're like, dude, yeah. But see, that's what I mean. Abby's like, these could be easier in the way that, like, he folds, he stuffs it, he folds it, or he tapes it, excuse me. There may be some, there's folds in here, right? Obviously, there's folds in, like, stuff like this, but you know what I mean? Like, he tapes it, and, like, you visualize how you want to build it, and you build it, because you can build it. I mean, you know it's going to come out. You've done it. So it's just like, well, I want the wing here, but I want this on a tail boom. You cut it, you fold that, you cut that, you can make it. You can make anything if you've got that kind of visualization. To do like something like Dalton's right there. Like, okay, he knew he wanted to cut that. I think that one in the foreground, the bottom left, that damn. Oh, he's there. Hi, D. Okay. I didn't know you were back. I heard something, but I couldn't tell.
Yeah, it was me.
Like, dude, that thing is like, that's purpose built. Like, you knew you were creating an Exile. Saw the way that thing was going to be, but like, you see the back end. The back end is purposeful. Like, he's got the winglet. Is that cut to a triangle?
Yeah, it was just literally one cut at an angle on the back tail, but on the.
Yeah, no, see, and that's what I mean. Like, it's purposeful because he made it. Like when I do this one, it's like, okay, it's to the very tail end. Like, I cut it to where the wing ends at the fuselage meet. Sometimes I take it down to the keel, but that's not often. Normally I do it where the wing ends, and then, like, I just carry it out where it lies, because I want to have the bottom flat. I find this works better. But when he did it, he cut it, and you'll notice he's still got a straight back there and an angle, so it's compound. That's like a 332. And, like, right. Again, purpose made. Because he's like, well, fuck the angles. I want to see what I would do if I cut an angle here and just short it up. That's pretty damn high. Well, I mean, I admire the designs. Like, everything, Like, I mean, like, I'm not big-headed, but I'm also not very humble either. It's like, I know some of my planes are cool. I enjoy mine because of how they look. Okay, so it's like if I can enjoy my own, but then enjoy y'all's too. It's like, dude. I mean, like I said, we gave. Mark's gonna love this because I wasn't gonna bring it up, but now I am gonna bring it up. So suck this. I gave him an award for Draco, the flying fucking bus. I mean, that plane. I haven't built that. I don't think I've ever built that plane. I've never been that basic. The flying bus, which everybody else talks about, they made when they were like, 3. Daddy, show me how to build. Then you make it the 10-second plane, right? You're like, dude, seriously, it's not even 5 folds. It's 3 folds. Take any sheet of paper, fold it 3 times, and see if you can get a plane out of it. I dare you. But that's what Draco is. And again, so that like I said, I gave him an award for that because he made it cool. He made it cool. I mean, it was short-lived and it was basic, but somebody's got to start somewhere, right? So, yeah, I know, it was crap, but again, it was kind of, but I'd never seen what you did with it. Nobody ever did what you did with it because nobody ever usually, stays around the flying bus for longer than a week. Let's face it, it's like you build a flying bus and well, that's crap. But no, you named it and put it in the force, so props to you. Maybe it was a pity fuck, but it was there. I mean, I gotta give props to the fact that you stuck with it longer than just about anybody I've ever known. Recognize, so.
Put some respect on that name.
I mean, yeah, dude. Dude named it. Dude put it in the core. It's like, well, all right. And that's why, it worked, too, because, dude, the flying bus, everybody built a flying bus. So I shouldn't have, well, you can't let him in with that design. And we didn't, actually. He just put it in there. He had 6 others, so he was cool. But he had that, and it's like, well, that wouldn't count because everybody's built a flying bus. However, he took it farther than anybody else did, because who the hell stays around with a flying bus? Yeah.
Takes commitment.
It takes commitment. I mean, every one of us could build that plane right now. No, but nobody's going to be scrambling to do it. I've kind of thought as a joke, I might you know what? My first how to build is going to be a Draco. Well, this is going to be a 2-minute video, people. Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
No shit. 3 folds. Now, he put tape. I think he stapled it one time. Again, it was different, but, Hey, man, it's all good, dude. It's all good. You moved on. That's all good. That's all we're trying to do. That's all of us are trying to do. So I like seeing, what Dalton did right there. With that one right there, that's cool as hell. I like that shit. I like the fact that those are folded back there, so... Well, yeah, it was like that, too. If Abby wanted to do that, I don't think it would work. Abby probably could, Abby could build it and something might... Abby, would you make... You wouldn't complain about it. You get it right? Yeah, I'm sure you do, don't you? That's what I mean. Everybody has their Draco, although Draco is probably easy to build. Mark, could you teach us how to build Draco? You could probably teach us how to build Draco without having a video. You could probably AM radio that shit. It'd be halfway static and crap, and you'd still be like, yeah, you got it. I fold here, and we'd still be like, oh yeah, I got it. Be like talking in a Wendy's drive-thru, oh yeah, I got this. You miss step 3 and still get the plane right.
Right. It's all static and shit. Whopper!
yeah, exactly. Dude, you can talk your ass off and still get that damn plane. I don't know. I know you moved on to bigger and better things. I want to say that, Dalton, have you seen his video of Raptor or Ninja? Either one of those two? I teased him at first when one of them rolled. I think when Raptor rolled out, because I'm like, man, that looks like a saber tooth. It's not really. It's not. But I teased him about it back in the day. Because, you're like, dude, KI should see this because that looks a lot like a saber tooth. It's still the same idea.
Right.
And, kind of like you, if he builds it out of, Mark, if you build that shit out of anything, I would say Dodge paper, but if you build it out of, some stronger cardstock, that plane's going to be amazing. You kept making it out of, regular copy paper, which is kind of weak, which is something Dalton figured out really quick. right?
Right.
That's why you jumped on like, okay, I got to get something stronger here, and then it became incredible. So.
Yeah. Well, and I found that too, that with the saber tooth, that like, and I think that's why the post-it board works so good, because it is such a thick, hard paper that it just suits that design so well.
Yeah.
Versus just a flimsy, like this one here. This is another saber tooth that I just built today, but it's so flimsy, you know.
It's hard to get them to work. Like when you're doing, you've got that delicate balance of again, like your length and the width are like almost equal. So that's like there's very little structure there. It makes it floppy.
Yeah. Whereas, you know, the original, this is 24. You know, this one here, you know, there's not much flop to it at all. It's very, very solid.
Hell yeah.
So, you know.
Avi's telling me bro, and he wants me to speak English. Avi, or teach him English. Avi, you got English. You can put bro in there, man. Hey, if you're, Dee's gonna have to give you pointers, because if you need mods on Ekron and Dagger, I'm telling you, man, if you need mods, you also need to be working on, like you said, if you're real serious about making Black Knight 2.0. Dalton, would you be willing to go with like Shadow 2.0 to see if you could rediscover it?
Yeah, I don't even know where to start though. That's the only problem with that. Like, I don't even have any type of a concept of an idea of what that could have been.
Okay, well then just make a new plane and call it Shadow.
That's
it's
kind of what I'm thinking, but I mean,
you could say it was stillborn. I've done that too. That's why, like, what did I just do that with? Didn't I just do that with something? I think I literally just gave up on it, retired it, and said it was stillborn because it never really worked.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that was Valkyrie, but I'm kind of like I reneged on putting that one out to pasture yet because I got one more idea I got to try. Thanks to these newbies. Actually, kind of thanks to Pacer, but you can't really do, like, I told you about this before. One thing you can't do, like, Pacer may work if you watch that last video, but it's not going to work on a long-range plane, and it's definitely not going to work on a plane that's already kind of long. If the plane is already long, like its ratio of length to width, it's still way longer, like almost a 2-to-1, it's not going to work. You're going to change the center of gravity too far forward, and it's going to be a dope. It may turn into an interceptor. You can't do that either. Like, almost, I would say, like, Sabretooth again, because of how wide it is, I would almost try Pacer on Sabretooth and see what happens. Just to experiment, you know? Which specs? On Black Knight, Black Square? We can try. I'm basing that, I always base that on memory. That's all I've got is memory. I don't know. Like, I mean, I got a mental picture of what it looks like, but I doubt that's going to help you very much. We had that one plane that you got the picture of that we were trying to, like, look into, like, that's Ninja, and then we, like, zoomed in and we, like, de-interlaced and de-hashed, trying to figure out what date it was built. I'm like, how the hell do I have a Ninja here? And why is it from this date? No, I do not know how to speak Hindi. Man, Hindi's complex, bro. I mean, I could sound like one, like an Indian dude, but it's kind of embarrassing to me. I run into a lot of Indian guys, or, you know, just basically like Pakistani, Bangladeshi, Indian people here, anybody from the subcontinent, but, like, they don't speak English very well. Kind of amazing. And, you know, once you guys get to America, you get your Camrys. Like, do they issue you, like, if you're Indian and you come over here, you immigrate, you like, you either get... Yeah, when you get your hotel or your convenience store or your doctor's certificate, do they just give you, welcome to America, here's your Camry? Like, every Indian dude drives a fucking Toyota Camry. That's the reason why they're the best-selling vehicle in America. Car. Because all the Indian dudes be driving Camrys. I don't think that's a fair comparison. It's like when you have America sucks now. We don't choose shit. We just go by word of mouth. Nobody goes into the car dealership like, I want that one because it looks good. No. Like, 22 people told him, well, you should get a Honda CR-V because I've heard it was great. And I got one. It drives really well. Okay, I'll buy one. That's how that shit works. That's gay. We would never, these same people existed in the 60s. Muscle cars would never have been made. Never. Because y'all still be flying around in the Chrysler 800 XL land yacht. Thinking that was the end-all be-all of cars. And goddamn, Camrys are ugly. You notice Toyota's starting, now that they're NASCAR bound, they started making them look, quote-unquote, more aggressive. They've gone totally America now. They just put more and more plastic on it. They think well, you're going to like it now if we make it look less like it did in the 2000s and more like it does now. And it's like, that's just a lot of plastic, man. I've got some pics from 2008, but they're actual pics. Oh my god, dude, I want the Cybertruck so bad. That's a joke. Oh yeah? You you think he'd fit in that? Well, actually, everybody says they have a lot of space.
Yeah. I see a couple driving home from work sometimes, and it's just like, I mean, it's kind of cool because it's just so different than everything that you see. Like you're saying, it's all just so Americanized that everything's just plastic and, same shape, and every car looks the same.
Yeah, no shit, right?
But, then you look at it, it's like, no, it's okay, I don't want that.
That's what I mean. It's like everybody is so, everybody, when you say it, everybody has an idea of what they want, a pickup truck. You say pickup truck, you already got a mental picture of what that thing's going to look like. Yeah. Because we've seen it that way for so damn long. So when somebody comes along and changes the idea of what it looks like, everybody laughs at him like you're an idiot. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, we need people like that. That's like this right here. That's like what you got in front of you. Seriously. That would be like all of us ganging up and saying, that shit's funny looking. So none of us are going to build it because it looks funny. Like, really, dude? You're going to, laugh it off just because you happen to be that one dude actually had vision? I'm not saying it's the right vision, but I am saying dude's got vision. I love these people that are talking about electric cars I'll never get electric because America, fuck yeah, whatever. Really, idiots? These dumbasses 100 years ago would probably be the motherfuckers still being pulled around by a horse because they think a car is ridiculous. That's basically the same damn thing. Mm-hmm. These guys are I'm never going electric because I'm stuck on gas. I want to pay the Arabs money. For real, dude. It's not like you're pumping money back into America by buying gas.
Yeah.
They all get up in arms. It's like getting on voters. Oh God, I'm gonna start ranting. But seriously, it's like getting on voters. They all talk about I'll never go electric because gas and you're not saving the environment. Dude, it's not about saving the environment. I'm tired of fucking lining Arabians' pockets, man. It's not like we're buying American gas. You're buying Arabian gas. It may have an American brand name, and the CEO might be, but then all the Arabs, you don't think Dubai and Kuwait and all those towns that are building skyscrapers that go 18 miles into the air, you don't think they're just shitting money, do you? We're paying them that money. And you're happy with that? Why are you happy with that? I wouldn't be happy. I'm not happy with that. Why do you think I want an electrical car? Teslas are made here. And they don't use Arabian gas. Fuck the environment. I mean, yes, I want to save the environment, but I don't for 1 second believe just because I got giant-ass batteries they're going to break down maybe 800 years from now, I'm doing the environment good. No, but I'm tired of lining Arabians' pockets with money. They have so much money they can't... They build islands, dude, for fuck's sake. Right. I want to build an island. God, pisses me off. I love America, man. America is just a bunch of ignorant bastards. Seriously, that's the whole argument. You can't talk to Americans for that shit. Just build my plane and be quiet. Remember what I was saying? You guys are we do how to builds. We do how to builds. You got to watch out because Dalton's done it. Me and Martin kind of do it. Mark's really good. Mark should do all of our how to builds. We're going to give it all to him. Yep. Because he's the only one that actually seems to be able to keep a constant stream going, or at least talk, or remember to talk while he's building, because I get so into it I forget. I forget y'all are there. I zone right the fuck out.
Yeah, I was watching something today, and I built these 4 new ones, and I'm totally missed out on what I was watching. Or what I was listening to.
Yeah, it's like
this wasn't nothing important, but it was just still. It was just like if you would have asked me like, what were you just listening to? I have no idea.
Yeah, like it's art. Once you get into the art, you just forget everything else. You forget everything else. It's like I don't know what the hell's going on. Right. It could be like some people shooting each other across my back, and like I'd be like, yeah, okay, well I gotta get this plane done, so I'll be with you in a minute. It like no. Teach me Indian. That's fine. Teach me Hindi. Teach me Urdu. I wouldn't mind. Like I'm still not. I'm doing this. I'm not gonna remember anything. Did any of you guys manage to catch Toda-san's like? He did a 24-hour live stream where he did nothing but build aircraft. He did that like 7 months ago or something like that. Like it was huge. He had an assistant keep coming into him. She brought him food. She brought him water, but he never left. He just kept building planes. I mean, like, I don't know if you've seen Japanese planes. They're like white wings. So in 24 hours, he built maybe 5, but still. I mean, dude, if you give me 24 hours straight, no sleep, just paper, I'm going to cry. Dude, you better watch my numbers go up. For real. One a day, fuck that, dude. I probably give
one every 5 minutes.
Yeah, I could crank some out. I mean, I wouldn't crank them out like I did in school, but boy, my numbers are gonna skyrocket.
What's the vampire up to? Oh, 4,320.
Right? How can you not speak English? You're typing it really good, man. You're not speaking to like talk to text, are you?
It's probably talk to text.
Yeah, he's got to be having to translate on. We might we might have to do it like that. That's how you do that, Mark? That's not that. That's actually a great way to describe it, and I didn't really consider it like that. I mean, I know I'm recording, but I mean, if you've watched me, if I've done a solo video, and you guys have probably seen it, right? Like, you see me do a solo video, and if I get into like, I can't. I'll zone out, and I'm concentrating on this, and I'll have to say, "Oh, sorry guys, I know you're there, but I got into this." Like really, and you could probably time it. I know it probably takes me like, what, 5 minutes? That's not a brag. Actually, I consider that slow. What, 5 minutes to build a plane? It sure is only at the 10-second plane. But I mean, like, because I want to get the symmetry right. I want to get the folds right. They got to be crisp. It's got to be straight. You know what I mean? So, well, I know. Yeah, Toda is a legend. I mean, like, dude, I want to mention. I want to talk about the other guys, like, but I'm kind of scared because, like, I think that's why Jason was going off. Whatever it was Jason said on that video, did you, Mark, any of y'all, did you get a chance to see that video I was talking about Jason Merrill put up?
I did not catch that, no.
I think it was like 2 weeks ago now. I made a comment as IVPAC over there, and like his video, it's entitled on his page. It's entitled "You're folding your planes wrong" or "You're folding it wrong," and D, don't feel oppressed. He's kind of picking on you because he doesn't like the way you guys do it when you flip like that. Like, he likes the wing pockets on top like I do.
Right.
But, like, I mean, like, it's each his own. I don't pick on anybody. He's not picking on people either. But I think he's attacking one person in particular, and it's not an attack. It's kind of retribution because I think that person attacked him. And he's taking a front to it because it's like, I remember what he said. He said, like, he took origami as far as it can go. And if I was an origami artist, I would take that as a personal affront because it's like, how the hell do you know how far that goes? You might have taken your plane as far as it can go, but my creation, here, take mine and see what you can do with it. You know, that's why he's like, he got the way he did. And I think I remember who made the comment, which is why I think I know who he was talking about. And it's because I watched so many of the videos on the other channels. And I know in particular the dude he's mentioning, and that's I'm not going to mention it. But if you wander around our channels, our member channels and our sphere channels, I think you'll figure it out who it is. And like I said, I don't even think it's a newer video. I think it's an interview. But I'm pretty sure he did it, and I'm pretty sure, and I remember those words, like, yeah, I think I've pretty much taken origamis. And like, I did think that was extremely fucking big-headed. I think it's also big-headed with it in the paper airplane world in general because, A, it's like photography. I don't think I'm ever going to know it all. I make some cool planes, but I'm always learning shit. Not a single one of those planes sitting in front of me on that screen, or the ones that you guys built, even Obby's that he claims doesn't even work. I've never built them. I don't know what they're like. You probably did something I haven't done. So it's like, dude, no, it's all new. I'm going to learn something from you guys, whether it's something that I should never, ever, ever build, or the fact that it's like, oh my God, that thing is so cool, I got to build 800 of them. You know, that's my point. Yeah, but you didn't get a chance to edit the mistakes. I didn't get a chance to edit the mistakes. Dalton didn't get a chance to edit the mistakes. Dalton, did you do a how to build yet at all?
No, I haven't, but I tried the one time. It was, I don't even know what was wrong with it, but I just didn't like the way it turned out.
Okay, so, but you could edit, again, like you're like talking like Mark is, you could edit it, right?
I could, yeah.
Okay, so you could get something out of it. Probably?
Most likely, yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, like I said, I mean, yeah, that's one of the reasons why you guys haven't gotten mine, because I'm like tootling around in the background trying to get this shit like perfect. And like I said, I'm close. I don't really care too much about the planes being perfect so much as I get like just the presentation right. And obviously, if any of you out there have watched any videos at all, I mean on anything, you'll know like some of these, like I said, there's a 14-year-old out there that's probably a better studio production manager than dudes in Hollywood. Because if you've had OBS, Dalton said he got it. Mark, we got another partner. Dalton said he got it, so we might be able to like bounce ideas off him too. But like, there's a 14-year-old that can do it better than you can. Because that dude's been doing it for 11 years. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how. I don't know how. He might have been doing it for 17 years. I don't know. But like, dude, man, I was a sperm when I was typing on a computer. For fuck's sake, you better recognize. So, I know, and you like see. Do you remember those videos that were popular for like 20 seconds, like 3 years ago? No, wait, 5 years ago. How long ago was it? Mark made a couple of them. Remember when everybody was doing the snap your fingers and it was done? You edited the clip? Yeah. Mark did a couple of those, and it's like, that's how our how to build should be. Like, we should have started with a flat sheet of paper, and we go like, and then, boom, plane. That would piss everybody off. I kind of like it. I kind of want to do it like that. It's like, and that's how you build.
And then make it like a 9-minute video, too. Like, the rest of it's just, like, looking at the plane.
Oh, yeah, you could spend, like, 8.5 minutes on...
Like, B-roll shots?
Yeah, B-roll shots and clips and subscribe, hit subscribe and thumbs up.
Yeah.
Like everybody in the goddamn planet likes to do with their videos. I mean, like, oh my God, people, I think we know how to subscribe and like your videos now. You don't have to mention it 2,000 times. Hello.
Yeah.
I mean, do you get hits just for saying that? Is that why everybody includes that? I mean, if so, hit subscribe. I vowed I would never do that, but seriously, I don't know if that's an instant thing to get like clicks.
Instant 5 points plus.
Yeah, Mark, did you find out about that? Like how to get us up on search strings? Because if it really is just mentioning subscribe and like, maybe right now in the past, like, I know it's a 2-hour show, but in the past like 3 seconds, I've said it like 5 times, so maybe that'll get us up on the search strings now. I don't know. You know, Bing sucks like that. If you type IVPAC into Bing, we won't even come up.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking frustrating as hell. You have to really be specific to get us up on Bing. Google, we come right up. But Bing, no chance in hell. Bing will try to find everything but us. It really pisses me off. I kind of want to go after Microsoft. Yeah, I mean, like, because I don't know. You see that in so many, no matter what video you watch, it could be somebody taking a dump, to somebody eating food, to somebody building a plane, to somebody launching a fucking rocket. They're going to say subscribe and like in every fucking video, whether it's 2 minutes or 2 hours long. And it's like, thanks. I know what to do. But I swear to God, I think it's got to be linked to a search string, because why the hell would everybody include it? I mean, YouTube's only been out here for 20 years now, right? I think we know how to do this. Hello?
Yeah.
You're not going to make me do it just by saying it. You either will or you won't. I don't know where the subscribe button is. I can't even... Dawn's going to have to point to it because he's on the lower screen and he's closer. Like, I'm just pointing to his plane. Why don't you hit that...
Yeah, okay, let's see. Right.
Like, I'm pointing to his plane. Like, yeah, hit that plane right there and
Hit
like...
that plane right there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. like I said, I gotta work on these how to builds, and like now that we've got yet another member of the crew who's active on the OBS. Abby, do you use OBS too? I mean, or do you just like make videos? Like, cause like if you use OBS, we need more partners in this. Robert, you should do that too. You got somebody else that like, cause like with Mark, my main man, missing for like being MIA for 2 years, like a Vietnam War vet. I have nobody to bounce ideas off of like we used to do. So, like I said, that's why shit stagnated. We could be doing this in this cool ass mode. It looks like we're all in like some hangar on or at a news desk. Because if you remember 2.5 years ago, last time he and I were both live, or me and Dalton and him were all three live. That's what we were talking about, and we actually did this in the background. But now y'all ain't see it because somebody went to sleep. Somebody is in a coma in Florida. So somebody get him off life support so we can get back out here and do some shit. OBS is a thing that like is bringing you the screen that you're seeing today. Dalton's not running it. He finally got it. But, well, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make it sound like you finally got it. You just got it. Okay, but...
Yeah, I just got it, yeah.
He's got it. He got it, and me and Mark had it, and it's what gives you this. It's a studio. It's to, set your videos up. It's a separate entity from the Restream that's going on over that way. The Restream is how this is getting to Twitch and Discord at the same time. So... What do you mean you're dead? You're DED? You did say you were trying to go to sleep and then you started talking again. Like, I'm glad we got you like awake and alive.
An hour later, he's like, I want to go to bed.
I don't even know what time it is. I mean, I know we're working on a 2-hour show, which is amazing, but it's like 12:30 over there. No wonder you're dead. Yeah, man, go to bed if you need to, man. Thanks for stopping by. It's really cool to see you. Like, talk with you. It would be better if we could see you, but I understand the shit you're in. I mean, again, you've been MIA longer than, like, somebody who's been fed rice by the Vietnamese for, like, 10 years, but whatever, dude. Hey, I watched Rambo. I know how it's like over there. I picture you, same thing. You got all this beard and you're sitting in a hole.
Can you imagine if he actually, like, showed up one time?
Oh, man, if he did, dude!
That would be amazing.
They get one of those face filters that makes you, like, age 50 years, and then you, like, get on a, hi, kids, let's be on a plane here.
Right? It would be amazing.
Hell yeah, you can, Abby. Yeah, you can become a member. It'd be great if we had somebody in India. Ain't none of one of us been to India before.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. It'd be nice to have the subcontinent covered. Give us like, what do we say, guys? You know what it is. Give us 5 planes. You gotta have 5 of your own design. You can't be using like the Exile. You can't be doing that. Can't be using Cirrus. Gotta be your own design. And it's got to be like 5 of the roles that we have here in IVPAC, which is kind of like combat aircraft roles. That's it. I mean, you got a home base. It'd be nice if you could like say like, okay, the house you're in, that's your base. How long you been there? When did it establish? You got a company? Like, you'd have to have a company. I mean, you don't really have to, but I kind of like having it. It's like, who builds the planes? Well, that'd be me. But, you know what I'm saying. It's cool to have the company, and you got the company, and then you like make the base, make the planes, get the planes out there, and boom, we'll give you like get an idea for a wing, squadrons, shit like that. All right, man. Thanks for coming up, Mark.
Later, Mark.
Yeah, like I said, that'd be cool. Well, hell, that's one of the reasons why we do the damn show, to see if any other people latch onto it and like want to become members and stuff. I'd like to, like I said, I've talked with Toda-san, and he did agree to like he liked the idea of how we did this. It'd be cool if he like came. Like Toda probably's not gonna remember it. All I did was chat with him while he was doing not that mega live. Well, I did send a few texts out while live stream. He responded, but I don't remember. Hopefully he remembered us. I think I did it as SIO though. So, but if I get back with him on some of these and just say like, yeah, I love this shit. He thought it was cool. So it's like yeah, dude, like we can get an interview with him. That'd be awesome. Dude, it'd be awesome if we were like... That's the only reason I kind of don't want it. Like, IVPAC sometimes is a little bit shady because some people don't like the military aspect of it. But again, like, I'm not really doing it like... We're not saying, like, hey, let's go out there and fight each other. I mean, in a way, it's cool. You keep the peace, though. We're just, like, trying to trade ideas. Trying to trade, like, yeah. And a little bit of organization, so... IVPAC Global is just what we call like the entire reach. Now that we've gone internet, I mean, global wasn't really used till the internet we got an internet presence. So it's just the fact that it's like getting out there to everybody. I mean, I think only one of, wait, no, I'm sorry. Three of us members have actually been overseas. So, like, and we gotten other people involved. Like, I've actually gotten, and this is pre-internet days, so it was a little bit harder. But I mean, I've built planes with German people, German friends of mine at the time, who built some, and they have companies and they have planes. So, like, it's, I mean, like, currently, I don't know, but like, they did then. So, yeah, yeah, it ain't hard. Like, I mean, seriously, Mark got in with a flying bus. It ain't that hard.
I take him on the way out, right?
Yeah, I say that now, but I mean, for real, it wasn't like I didn't accept him on the flying bus. He actually had other aircraft. Here, like, dude, all right, wait. And I said we weren't going to do this, but let's do this. The flying bus. You remember? Now, I'm going to build this.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, it's 4 because I'm gonna add to it because he did this with Draco. I'm gonna actually make Draco, but because the flying bus is way more basic than this. But I'm gonna build this. I'm gonna dumb myself down back to like 7 years old, second grade level. Bear with me here, people. This is how you build the flying bus, okay? And yeah, I'm starting a phase too, but a phase as well, not two, but like here, flying bus. Ready? Follow along, people. I'm even using notebook sheet, yellow notebook sheet. Y'all have done this. And Mark left, so I feel like I can do this now.
He's gonna rewatch it back and like, that son of a bitch.
He is! He's gonna say that shit. Oh, I can't even do this without laughing. I dumbed it down. Alright. That, my friends... Oh my god, that's the flying bus. That's not a Draco, because I already did more. I couldn't, dude, you see how practiced I am with this, and I couldn't even dumb this down? You watch that back and replay.
There's some crisp falls there.
There's some crisp fall, isn't it? That's what I mean. Like, I would never have done that at 7 years old. I even had to hold myself back because the first fold I did with the wing, I was going to start making it even. I was like, oh, wait, nope, I can't do that. I wouldn't have done that at 7. So, like, see that shit? That right there hurts my soul. Like, I mean, my brain is, like, about to explode because I did that. It was like, but there's a flying bus, so back off. That dude, and, like, and if you could do that, you could do Draco. And he did, like I said, crisp folds, clean, there was tape. This is why Draco was better. I mean, yeah, it wasn't much better than this. And you can do this in 10 seconds. But, like, dude, that's Draco in it. Oh, God. If you really want to make it the true flying bus that barely ever works, don't make the first fold. This plane is so crap, you could take it apart and build it again out of another different way. But, like, that first fold, which was this one, yeah, don't even do that. You want to build a real flying bus? Do this. This is the honest and for true flying fucking bus. And kids, if you've been, like, Dalton definitely, because he already recognized the crisp folds, but, like, any of y'all, like, you look at this one, how many things am I doing wrong? Let's count the ways I'm doing this wrong. But, like, this is the true flying bus right here. This is like... Oh shit, look at that, I even bent up the fold wing pocket. That is utter crap right there. That is ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
That plane couldn't fly if you attached a flying plane onto it. That is not Draco.
I think that would actually push down my Sabertooth from having it fly.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, you're right. It might just do that. Especially now that I got like the folds of another plane built into it.
Yeah, right.
This thing, dude. This is. I never made this. I always say that, but like I can honestly say I never made this. I always took it to one step further. But this like I saw friends of mine make this. I could see these by the side of the road because this is what people usually do when they don't know how to build a paper airplane. They build like one. Actually, that's 5 folds because but like 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom. The 5-fold plane. Everybody can make that. Nobody wants to make it, but everybody can make it. And like, yeah, it's utter crap. Like I made my first plane when I was like 4 or 5 years old. 5 years old. I like to say 5 because I know I probably built one at 4, but it might have been this. And I don't have an honest memory of it. But I have an honest memory of my 5-year-old plane. I do. So I know that I did that. So yeah, and like it was never this basic. I went beyond this even when I was 5. I was like, okay, because I've seen other people make it, and I know it could be better than this crap. But I've liked airplanes my whole life, so it's a little bit like I knew I wanted to make something sleek and cool. I mean, like, dude, when I was a kid, I would have made that and been like, oh, I want that. That's crap. I would never have made that plane. Never. I know that. I specifically stayed away from stunners for years. I was like, I don't want those. They don't fly for shit. I mean, yeah, the first ones I made that actually flew back to me, those were cool, so I started falling in love with them. But, like, I would never have built that because it looks like a flying brick. And, yeah, I would like to say that I borrowed that from Sabretooth, but I didn't. I had to have something to do with those folds that were down there. This really does look like a Sabretooth idea because not only is it green, but it has those little streaks down there.
Yeah, right.
That's not. No, I didn't like.
Yours are different because they're more folded inside the wing pockets there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, little. Yeah. I mean, that's,
mine were just like, what am I gonna do with the extra little piece of paper there?
right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And then you got creative with it. I'm trying to find different ways to do the same folds that have always been there. So it's like, oh, I need that. Oh, I need that. Oh, trust me, Abby, he wants to recreate 16 badly so that there's like a fleet of 16s. He wants... What's your latest Exile right now, D?
52.
Oh, damn. All right. They're getting up there.
Yep.
See, he wants like... Well, let's face it, he wants 17 through 52 to be like 16, but...
Oh, yeah. And actually, 40, 46, 47, and 48 were all... damn near the same look. They look the same. I can't guarantee that they were built the same.
Ah, okay.
But they all have the same slanted trailing edge. They have the X-wing on it. Everything.
Yeah. See, so
obviously we don't talk about them, so they must not work very well.
Well, I mean, they probably work well enough, right? I mean,
right, yeah, but they won't match with 16 yet. Because again, 16 just came to all the right, perfect things that came together. You know, enough weight, wings, X-wings, everything.
like I would think like, yeah, I mean, like, I didn't think I would ever get to the point where I would actually remember as well as I do the ones that performed. And, like, okay, if you're OAE, it might be... he's never really gone into too many details, so I'm kind of just gleaning the information of the designs that he builds. But I would, like, I assume that, like, that's what it is. Like, he builds another one, he might take it a step, he might have 2 or 3 examples, and then he, like, creates another one. So he's never really got, like, any prolonged numbers. And I know a lot of y'all probably don't number them or date them, but that's why I like to do it. So, like, you know that number 16 is cool. I know that... Here we go again. Let me run down the list. I just thought about this at work, but, like, 66, 67, 68, 109, 112, 142, 168, 172, 212, 223, 263, 264, 278, 301, oh, 299 as well, 301, 302, 3, and 4. All of these are just remarkable flyers. And that's why I number them. I know that they were all remarkable flyers. Sometimes these are the ones that I've actually given awards to because they have the best flight of the half. Which almost all of y'all have won at some time or another. No, you're right. Exile is not a Phase 2. Exile is a Phase 3. Dun-dun. Gotcha. Chaos is a Phase 2. But, like, yeah, I mean, I know, like, 16's obviously going to... I mean, 16 has become legendary enough that you can say that and know which one we're talking about.
Right.
Mostly because none of the rest of us have had a number 16 that does good. So that's when that, you know, like, again, has it crossed to icon status? I don't know. Only Dalton can answer that. I mean,
I think once it hits 20 years, we'll call it an icon.
there you go. Well, also, can you? I mean, like, is it iconic because it's born from a Phase 3? I mean, like, for real. I wouldn't. He made it his own. You made it your own, you know. So, like, what do you say to that? I don't know. I still think, like, you definitely, if you can remember a plane based on its number, no matter whose it is, especially if you got, like, I mean, yeah, there's a core group of 5 of us now, so it's just 5, but still, if you had, like, 20, 30, 50 members, and y'all say, yeah, member 16, man, yeah, like, we all know, no matter, like, all of us have 5 planes, so there's, like, 200 aircraft, but when we say 16, we know who we're talking about. That's what I mean. That's iconic. That's iconic. I'd like to think that, like, I mean, I'm not, personally, I can't say it. I can't call 172. I always bring that one up because that one was really the bomb. But again, like, was it iconic? Y'all didn't get a chance to see it. So you don't really know. You don't really know.
And I would say the one that sticks out for me is the Venom from Lafayette.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, that damn Venom, dude.
That fucking Venom that Mark had to chase down like 300 yards.
That Venom, dude.
Like that 80-yard dash that Mark had to do because that son of a bitch was just going to keep going.
He and I both lost our minds. Dalton was just laughing. Like, well, I think all of us were just laughing because the shit was amazing. Yeah. It just would not stop flying. It would not. It's like because
there's no extra wind there because
I don't think Mark didn't think he had to run that far after. He thought he was just going to die, and it just kept going. He's like, oh my god, it's giving me a workout.
If it would have kept going, it could have made it to my house.
I mean, dude. I mean that was my epiphany. That was that's my zenith right there because I got to watch all of you guys have that flight, and I never had it. Y'all all think my planes are like the greatest. I appreciate that, and y'all do. And like our phases are iconic, and they're basic, so they're really iconic. But that wasn't even a phase, and I never had that moment. I've had some really good flights, and maybe if you saw some of the flights that I've seen my planes make, maybe you would say like, "That was awesome. That was awesome." Yada yada yada. Okay, maybe. But that one we all saw, and like
those 4 of us. That was NASA's. Pistol, you and me.
Yeah.
All 4 of us are just there with our mouths to the...
As well as 3 other guests watching that shit, too. And, like, dude, that shit, like, oh, my God. But, again, like, I never had that. I got a chance to watch you guys, all of you, Copeland and Frierson and fucking Mark. And when Mark was a youngin', like, shortly after Draco, for crying out loud. Yeah. I mean... I got to watch all of y'all have that moment, and I didn't have my moment. That one was my moment. It took me that long into my career of doing this to have my moment. Like I said, y'all all consider my planes to be really good because I've been doing it for so long. I've tried so much tech, and like, yeah, I get it, I have, but I never had that moment before. It's like I didn't really get a chance to feel like King of the Hill until I had my King of the Hill flight, you know?
Right.
Maybe I've also become a little bit jaded because I'm used to like good phases flying like that all the time. So I honestly I might be jaded because you guys told me that like those phases that I did fly there because I didn't fly them often. You noticed that, right? I didn't fly phases very often there at all that particular day because I didn't want like I knew they would do that. I wanted the experimental ones to get a chance or the newbies, you know. Like phases, fuck that shit. Like Javelin too.
I think you only brought out like 2 or 3, didn't you?
That's right. Yeah, I only did. Yeah, there was one Javelin.
Like, literally, you brought like 2 out.
Yeah, there was one Javelin and 2 phases. It was like, yeah, they're barely going to get flight time because I know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, exactly. So let's see here. So, like, this is going to be ridiculously embarrassing. So I'm gonna take that plane and turn it into what it should be. Dalton, what else you got up over there anyway? You got anything else? Because you keep bringing out surprises and shit. Like that Longhorn sitting right there. What is that? Is that a hybrid or is that...
Actually, it was another attempt. It was kind of like, I'm going to build an Apex.
It does look like Apex.
This came out. This kind of looks like an Apex with a sector with it.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
That's some really, really. This is like a double rifle actually. It's like two folded, um, reinforced leading edges here. It's
Well,
a double fold.
well, you have with Sector, you do have Dale because of that fold anyway. So
Right.
you've got Dale and you've got rifle in that. So yeah.
That's a good idea for it, just because of how that looks.
Oh hell, yeah. No shit. Has that thing been flown?
No, it's not. No, it's just made today.
Oh hell, dude, you've been on a spree then.
Yep.
Nice. You didn't film any of that, did you?
No, of course not. I was just like in the mode and I just kept building something.
Hey, dude, like, okay, now, okay, granted, it took the show to actually get understanding of it, but you know what? You could do that. You could do what Mark just suggested, and you could just build. You could just do a show of however many builds you want to do, and you don't have to talk. Just put music over it and edit it.
Yeah. That's probably what I'll do, because I don't like hearing myself talk, so it's like, for me to like try and talk and be coherent while I'm doing it.
Oh, yeah.
I'd probably be better off of doing the video with the music and then doing the text, like captions underneath of it saying, fold it this or fold it that, or,
And that would work. Yeah, that would totally work. Yeah. I think that's probably like a better because dude, I'm already guilty of it. I'm doing it right now. Like I'm talking to you right now, but I was quiet and you were talking because I'm busy folding this fucking thing.
Yeah.
So like I gotta concentrate, and it's the same thing.
Well, and that's the thing is I know I couldn't do that because I couldn't keep an interaction going.
So it's like perfect. Like you said, just don't. Just like find some. YouTube's got a shit ton of canned music. Yeah, and just that's free to use. That's what's key. And put that canned music in the background and just go to town. That's all Toda-san did. He just had. I think he did the same thing. I think what he did, if I remember it correctly, he did some where, like, you could hear him talk. But, like, those were clips when he went live, and then other times he just played music over it while he did that long-ass... I don't think it was 24 hours. I think it was, like, 12 or 16 hours. It was a marathon, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this right here, too. This thing is a freaking record. I don't think I've ever turned one plane built from two other airplanes into one airplane. Don't think I've ever done that before.
Yeah.
That's something new. So you're seeing it here first. I'm building a plane for you guys, but you're also seeing something brand new in that I'm turning...
A bus.
Yeah, I'm making a plane.
I had a little thought the other day.
Oh, hell.
I wanted to run it by you. I was going to text you about it, actually. So,
Oh, hell, here we go.
here's some more breaking news for you.
Oh, shit. I like that.
I mean, it's kind of a more personal thing with the name of my company.
Okay.
It's my last name, Caragines. I have it as International Aviation. Now, when I first started, everything was fine. I was like, okay, cool, sounds good and everything like that. But now the more I think about it, I'm kind of not liking the international.
Oh?
I really don't know why. So don't quote me on like, hey, why don't you like it? 'Cause I don't know.
That's fine. You fall out of love with the name for a while. I get it.
Yeah.
I've changed the name myself, too, so.
I'm just kind of stuck on. I've been thinking about it for like the last 2 days. And I'm just kind of not knowing what I should change the I to. International.
Just take it out if you want. Or do you like having KIA as your acronym?
I like the KIA. Even though I don't like Kias.
Man, dude, me and Morgan had a laugh about that for so long because we were like, dude doesn't like Kias. But named his company Kia.
Yeah, right. I was like, And I didn't realize it until like probably a year after I did it. I'm like, oh fucking what the hell?
Like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. But the other time at Sam's Club saying how I hated Kias, and then here I named my fucking company Kia.
What time is it? Did it flip past midnight yet? Oh my god, it's 4 minutes till. I still get to count this today at 09. So you're trying to think of something that you could call something else you can use the I for.
Yeah. Like
As a company name.
I'm just looking at. Like I just literally looked up a thing, the words that start with I. I'm just trying to like look at something and be like, okay, what would flow good, but then kind of like work with who I am and what I do, as far as the building.
How do you like that, people? There you go, Harvey. I just built one.
Okay, sir.
There you go. I just built one. And I did like all kinds of firsts for you people. This is the first time I've made a phase out of notebook paper in over a decade. Over a decade. Hey, they haven't been built out of notebook paper in so long, I can't even tell you. First time I've ever built a plane out of 2 other different planes that are already built. Geez, where do I keep going on this? First time I've oh shit, there's a Charlie. Hi, Pooch. First time, there's a dog here at my face, at my feet. This is the first time that I've actually gotten back to my roots, and you'll notice how thin that fuselage is. I got back to my roots, so this thing should actually be pretty freaking amazing.
Of course it is, the face.
And you'll notice I gave it the old Exile touch there, number 16.
Well, see, now that's different, though.
Well, I mean, I've done it, but I haven't done that. I've only done that like maybe once, maybe twice. And yeah, you're right. It is a little different because you got little straight streaks. I gave them little angled streaks.
Right. So you got to get that reverse leading edge like that. You cut that, right?
Yes. Yeah. I cut it in, and like I did what you did. I think you did that too. Your rudder's cut too, right? Or does your rudder go all the way down?
No, I think my rudder goes. Mine was straight down.
Okay.
Yes, it's straight down. It would have been straight down. So, but those are all cuts that you did.
Yeah, I mean, like you watch it there. Like I actually had them folded down like this, and then I just made the cut straight up because I knew I wanted to take that rudder out. I always like taking the rudder out, and I usually like taking the rudder out to the same angle as the trailing edge. That's why it looks like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right, Abby. The wing pockets are up because, again, that's me folding. So I could have put them down, but no,
yeah,
I don't want to do it.
I need more practice with going up because every time I do that, my wing pockets are always open. Like they're just big open gaping holes.
See, Abby. See,
I don't know why. It's just the way I fold.
Yeah.
Sure.
So see, it's like, Abby, you're not the only one with a problem. See, even he has the problem. He doesn't make it work when they're up. So it's like, yeah. I mean, and mine, no, they're pretty tight.
Yeah.
This concerns me a little bit. The fact that this is poofy and this is not. But then again, I folded this plane twice before I actually folded the phase on it. So I got to take the bitter with the batter. I mean, if this plane even works, I'll be surprised. And for some odd reason, also, this is some really stupid tissue thin notebook paper, so I'm also already questioning its ability because I mean I've already creased it so many times with the other 2 planes I made out of it, and now it's tissue thin. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I mean, I know it's a phase 3, and I know if I fly it inside, it's going to be beautiful because it will. Because when you fly anything through inside, you don't put that much into it. So outside, when it's at the mercy of the weather and I got to throw it harder, man, I'm scared for it. Although I might do what you did, D. I might just tape the shit out of it. I might I might very well just like run something down the keel there and run something at the leading edges to make, because I might have to with all these folds in it. It looks pretty mean for, seriously, it looks pretty mean for what it is. So it might work. But, I mean, I'm not going to throw it out. I'll definitely try it because she looks like she's going to work. You know what? To be honest, I don't know if I could do this justice. This front view, yeah, you can't really tell. But that front view, I'm holding a dog, that's why I'm vibrating. That little arch you see right there, the leading edge right where it meets the nose, see how it kind of goes up before it goes down to the winglets? That's this section here. It kind of goes up and then down. That's very 172-like. And 172 was made out of notebook paper. I have noticed a trend, actually. The better flyers... Oh, no, that's not true. I take that back. Don't scratch that. I'm not even going to finish that thought. Better flyers have not been notebook paper. Better flyers are just ones that we talked about on the previous show where, like, the folds were proper. They weren't, like, trying to gain something straight out of them, and the balance was perfect. That's the damn key right there. The balance has got to be perfect. If the balance ain't perfect, you just ain't getting shit. That's the bottom line because SIL said so.
Right. Because, no matter if you add a shit ton of weight to the front, if you cut out, if you add weight in the back, you're going to make that balance back, and it's going to be okay. It's going to work itself out.
Yeah, like you might always be tempted to put weight back there because it's like, well, I've never seen anybody do that before, but trust me, the reason why we don't is it doesn't usually work. That's a pretty good
simmer. If you do, I know I did with one bird one time, but I would have to bend or lip the trailing edge or the back end of the plane up crazy to be able to allow that weight distribution to settle itself out. Yeah,
and you had, like, dude, I think that's, if I remember correctly, that's what you did with Shadow. Because I
had so much weight on the back end.
Well, you did it right. You put weight back there. But that's like, remember I was telling Mark that I said, like, I can work on your Black Knight with you from memory. I think I can work on Shadow with you from memory because if there's something I do remember about it, you had folded the back end because you were kind of obsessed with that. But we talked about, you said, like, I know I got to get weight to the front. And I'm like, yeah, because right now your plane's confused with the weight. It doesn't know which way is front and back. You got to offset that with the front. But with Shadow, you got it right. You still got to fold back there. You folded something back from the front, and yet you had enough to counteract that in the front, and it flew good. Well, no kidding, Nobby. I don't like them either. That's why I kind of retired them as well. But again, they make great combat planes. Like, you got to, again, as a member, you think about combat first, and it's like, oh, I don't want my tech-laden aircraft to be caught or killed in enemy hands. Right. I want something I can build fast and get out there and fight. That's why they're basic. Well, plus the fact that, like, up until the internet, I hadn't seen one like this before. I thought it was stupid basic and nobody had ever built it like before. You think the 3 is basic, build the 2. Build the Chaos. They're even more basic, because that's straight. You don't even do the cuts. What you doing here, pup? You come down to visit? Did Mommy send you down here? I have a dog down here. Dog hardly ever comes to visit me. This is really weird. Did Timmy fall down the well?
Yeah. What is it?
What is it, boy? What is it? That's really strange that, like, some people, you know, like, you'd be hard-pressed to explain to somebody 20 years old, like, what happened 30 years ago. They'd be like, the Gulf War, what is that? But, like, if you say Timmy fell down the well, people still know what the hell that is.
Yeah.
Oh, I know it, Abby. Me too. I can't stand dogs. Says the guy who has a dog in his lap. I don't like dogs. I'm actually foster parenting this dog for my sister. Because he's more of a loner than the rest, and she has a pack. She still has 6 fucking dogs. Still, I took this one off her hands, and she just got another one. I don't mean just, but I mean she got another one to balance it out. But anyway, yeah, he's never been one of the pack, so I kind of said like, screw it, I'll take him. And he seems to have a wonderful life. So he's peaceful, he's quiet, he's like happy. So obviously, I think we did him some good, and I feel good about that. Literally, I think my sister and my wife were trying to like wear me down with this crap because they keep saying like, you should take Charlie. Like everybody throws a dog at me once in a while. Like, dude, like I hate dogs. I love my cat. Still got my cat, and the cat does not like the dog either. But have you met a cat that does? I mean, yeah, it happens, but like yeah, like they've been wearing me down, or thinking they've been wearing me down. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still like, I ain't buying a dog. Are you kidding me? You remember what happened to Jared?
No.
Remember? Like, oh no, you might not have, because I think you were gone. I'm sorry, you wouldn't remember. My bad. His older dog, which is now like he had to put down. She was too old, but like got in an accident that broke her Achilles tendon. It cost him $2,200 to fix that Achilles tendon.
Yeah.
And when he picked it up, the vet told him, just so you know, usually when a dog breaks one Achilles tendon, there's a 50-50 chance it breaks the other one. Sure enough, 3 months later, it did. So $5,000 later.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, I can buy 3 cars with $5,000. Mm-hmm. There's no fucking way. Not to have something that sheds and eats my food, sheds all over my house, and it perhaps chews on things that it shouldn't, although Charlie doesn't do that. But, like, no. I'm not doing no. That's why I won't get dogs. Like I said, they talked me into this because everybody told me, and Charlie proved it to me. Every time I go visit, Charlie, like, seems really happy I'm there, and he still does that because dogs are dogs, but so it's like, and then like I don't think any of the girls said anything until Sis put me over the edge one time and he said like, I just think he'd be better off on his own. That struck a chord. She finally pulled the right trigger. On all the shots she took, that was what did it. He was like, oh, he'd be better off without that pack. And they're like, seriously, it was like the next text message, like, bring him the next time you come. And he's been here ever since. So, and like, I can see it. It's true. So, I mean, I know it because I can see it.
Well, because some dogs are better off. Because, like, one of mine, too, would probably be way better off, a way better dog if he was by himself.
Yeah. Well, like, he doesn't, like, she's always had a pack, so he's grown up in a pack, and he's used to it, but I know he didn't like it that much. I mean, he probably wouldn't mind a playmate, but he definitely likes being on his own. Like, because when we went to visit him, yeah, he'd be excited to see me, but immediately after that, the other dogs would probably try to rotate time on our laps. He would go lay down under the kitchen table. Right. He's always a loner. He didn't want to be seen, stuff like that. You can get him out, but he didn't want to be part of that action. And like he was very gassy. He'd mope around. I don't think I ever saw this dog run until we brought him out here. So like he runs. He eats his food slower. He's not nearly as gassy as he was over there. I mean, all dogs are gassy, but he's like way better now. And like I said, he's out. He's at our feet. He lays in the yard. They're like, dude. So I can see it. So he obviously enjoys not being there. So I'm like, all right, fine. I did something good. I can feel about it. Now I can die in peace.
What is your I for your name?
And mine's Industries.
Oh, so I can't use that.
Yeah, you can.
I was gonna use industrial.
I borrowed it from Copeland, because Sin was Copeland Industries. I like that's how, because it used to be SC. It used to be company, and like I realized like I didn't like how it rolled off the tongue. It was too damn short.
Yeah.
So I changed it, and it became SIL, which is like really really cool for the current day and age, because that's why like I have now extended it, and now like SIL is like literally me in real life. I mean like okay, but the paper planes are like IVPAC's. Yeah, it's real, but it's not, you know what I mean? But, like, SIL is, like, now my corporate ID. Like, it's not, Stag Industries LLC, and
Yeah.
it's like this is PAD Paper Aero Division because I have Thrust Construction, which is the construction division. I have the photography division. Anything I like to do comes under the corporate umbrella of SIL. That's how I treat it now. So it's bled over into my real life. You like that?
Pretty good.
Anything I do, it's covered by the umbrella. Which kind of makes me gone legit.
Yeah, pretty much.
So why are you down here? Did Mama send you down, or did Mama go to bed and I'm supposed to put you in bed? It is bedtime. Is that why you're here?
Way past bedtime, probably.
It really is. He usually goes to bed about an hour ago. So give me one moment. I'm going to put him in bed. Come on. Come on. Let's go crate.
Don't know if I want to borrow industries or industrial. I like what that. I like what that represents, but I just don't know if I want to do that. Integral, that's a good one too. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know what I should use. Still up in the air. Maybe I'll just keep it international. It was just something I was thinking about and not entirely sure if I wanted to keep or just make it a change. Infirmary, huh? Yeah, okay. That might work. Infinite. Be a good one too. Infinity Aviation. Not too bad. Innovation Aviation. There's too many Asians there. Infamous. That's a little too on the nose there.
That was crate dog, so I have to keep him crated.
Great dogs.
Yeah, he's... It seems weird because being an Australian Shepherd, they're pretty big. I mean, they're not large, but they're woolly bears, and they're like almost as big as their crates. So
yeah.
But he has been like raised in a crate, so for going to bed, It had to be kept in a crate.
He's used to it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're testing it kind of to like see if he likes laying with us overnight, but it's really hard to do because we have a cat. And I told, that was one of the primary things I told the girls, like, look, if the cat doesn't get along with him, he's going out.
Yeah.
I can't have a dog. Like, the cat is my primary importance. I don't need the dog. I need the cat. So the cat doesn't get along with him, he's out. And the cat, Chessie doesn't like him, but he abides him. So, and it hasn't affected our relationship. Like, he still lies in bed with us. He still wants to be petted. He still greets me. So, cat's liking it, so I like it. It's fine.
Right.
Like I said, if there was anything wrong with the cat, he'd be out of here.
Gone.
Gone. So yeah, where were we?
I don't know, this long 2-hour episode here.
It's 2:40. We've actually done a really good job here. This has gotten. Hell, Robert might still be aboard. You know. Hey, Avi, that's an exile right there. It's phase 3, Mr. Basic. The only difference is that flipped ass wing pocket.
The wing pocket's either up or down.
Yeah, I put him up, so like I mean I could build a phase 3 with him down, but then you're just gonna end up calling it an exile, won't you?
Nope.
He has the same problems like going up that I have going down. Like his planes don't come out that way.
Yeah.
And
I don't
like,
know. I've tried it on multiple different planes too, and just every time I do it, it's just always it's not crisp. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but it just means I have to do more. You know, do it more often.
yeah, that's the whole thing. Just like sometimes you need to like just make some pry fly with a shit ton of bodies, and that might be all you need to get it right. You know, I mean, like that's when I spent time in study hall just making planes to make planes. That kind of helped out a great deal because it just kept going.
Right.
I can't remember exactly where I started, but I do know like the entire string of 200s. Yeah, I could say that. The entire string of 200s was built in school and study hall.
Yeah.
And most of them were bodies at the time. I mean, yes, now they've gotten to be aircraft, but yeah, that was mostly bodies. So
It's a good one. It was probably like an hour class or an hour study hall, right? So
yeah,
straight hour of building.
yeah.
If they're just bodies, then that's literally like probably 2.5 minutes worth of building.
I mean, yeah, right. I'm sure that for the most part, I could have been doing homework or should have been doing schoolwork or something like that. But like, and I was an idiot also by saying like, well, homework was meant to be made at home. I learned that in high school. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. Freshman year is when I built like the 200s. And it was in algebra too, so I should have really been doing my algebra.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can keep up with this. Let's do some planes. And there I go. I don't get me wrong, I didn't spend my entire school year. But there were some times when it was like, let's crank them out, baby.
Yeah, right.
For all I know, to this very day, there's still a Javelin and a Phase 2 on top of my old high school. Because why would anybody go up there to clean them up?
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. I mean, people go on the damn roof all the time, but yeah.
Where you have to build a sacrificial one and put it on the inside of your house, and that 80 years, 200 years from now, when they finally tear down your house, they're like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, dude. I've never told any of this one, but it's funny you say that because there is. And even I don't remember. I had it written down on something that I couldn't attest to right now. I want to say it's 43, but there is a Phase 2 buried in the ground in South Carolina. Yeah, because there's a family time capsule sitting in the house that we lived in the backyard, which I think has been unmolested since we buried it. And I'm pretty sure that was number 42, or I want to say, I could be wrong. But it's an early model. It's a Phase 2 before I even made Phase 3s. And yeah, it's in the time capsule.
Nice.
So you're kind of close to. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be very awesome.
I thought about that. I could probably do that here. I didn't really think about that, but I could probably do that here. If I do it again, I'm definitely getting you guys involved, though. I would be like, hey, send me a plane.
Right, yeah.
And I'm putting it in an IVPAC time capsule, and I'm putting it somewhere that's hopefully semi-protected. I wouldn't probably put it in this yard. I'd probably find a spot somewhere.
Yeah.
That hopefully won't have a subdivision in 10 years. It's hard to say. We live in the middle of Wisconsin farmland, and like it seems like every piece of farmland, nobody wants food anymore. Everybody wants a roof over their heads.
Yeah.
So like wherever there's farm, there's going to be a house soon. That's the way. That's how we are in America right now. It's like screw this. We don't need food. We need a place to live. We need a world war, man. Seriously, we need a whole bunch of fuckers to just die. There's too many people on this planet because there's too much peace. Yeah, you heard it here first, folks. I said it. I'm proud of it. I don't care. I ain't even backpedaling. Yeah, it's just too many people.
Right.
Too many people complaining about too many other people. If you added the weight, you probably didn't add enough weight, or like I said, you built that one. Go ahead, build like 17 more. Then you might get it. Now that plane looks orange. Man, the other night that plane was not looking orange. Now it looks orange.
That's very orange.
What's funny is the lights that I use have orange filters on them. So you'd figure that would stand out. Actually, this plane is melon. This plane is pink. It's really being oranged by these lights. Let me see if can I dull this down? Actually, the lighting scheme works even now. The light overhead is just enough good that I don't need the lights there, but
Very peachy.
it is very, yeah. So it's not really doing it justice. I have one of those. I changed the lights in this room so the overhead was a lot better because it used to just be one incandescent bulb.
Yeah.
I changed it now to like a fixture. It's one of those bubble lights, and it can change colors. But right now I currently have it on warm white, so
Nice.
it's you can see the yellowish glow, but that is still making it look. It still makes it look kind of orange, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Damn it. Oh, screw it. That plane is orange. I don't know if that's my screen, y'all's screen. I don't even know. But that fucker is definitely orange. What's important here is it's not in real life. So, and that one is yellow, but that you can tell. The base model. The base model. He's got like 3... So everyone
base
that...
model would be just basically a phase two. Really.
I mean, yeah, if you're going real basic, yeah, you're right. Because to hell, that's the base model of her phase 3, but...
The phase two is just that we added the cut of the trailing edge.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's all it is.
And your preference on upper or lower wing pockets.
Yeah, you look back through the history of my bodies, you just end up seeing a whole bunch of like that. That's exactly right. You just see a whole bunch of upper wing pockets. I'm going to do a little something now. I'm going to give it a little bit more severe rudder. Because, well, basically because I can, but...
My plane, damn it, I can do whatever I want.
That's my plane, damn it, yeah. I have found, like, this also actually... This is a delicate balance, too, because, like, if you work with this, you will also find out on your own that the length of the fuselage actually matters to these fucking planes. And it's not just a matter of, like, having, like, no rudder, because that basically eliminates the rudder. I mean, not truly, it's just a different shape, but, like, seriously, this being gone will affect the balance that I like to talk about before.
Yeah.
The weight balance and the center of gravity, because like the plane recognizes its own keel. So from tip to that rear, like I just shortened it by what, 2 centimeters? A centimeter? A centimeter. About a half inch. So now it knows, like, wait a minute, I'm not as long as I once was. So yeah, it definitely changes stuff. And that also changes stuff at the basis of the winglets, the anhedrals. You change their shape and the plane performs differently too. Matter of fact, I could try to prove that the planes that we have that, my God, can I find this thing? I would need to take this into a wind tunnel to prove this, because I've got no way of really knowing it in flight. There it is. I know she's hanging up somewhere. But I cannot prove that this actually wouldn't be... You've seen this one before, but...
Yep.
I can't prove or disprove the fact that this actually influences the way it flies. And I might have been over the top by cutting the wing pockets ends that way. But... Kay's got a whole bunch of base model 16s, of course, yeah. That'd be how he builds them too, so. But like this, with the trailing edge that way, it'd be interesting to see, like I said, in a with some smoke, in a wind tunnel, how that would perform.
Yeah.
Versus...
Is the wind going through those little notches and then kind of like kicking underneath the wing?
Yeah. And like that is also like they've done something like that in real life, and like in real life stuff like that has actually been shown to, like, well, you've seen that at the edge of obviously nowadays you've seen that at the edge of wing engine nacelles, you know, because it quiets the plane. It quiets the engine. That's not what this does. I mean, it's a paper airplane. It's pretty fucking quiet anyway. If you've ever heard a paper airplane, you got to let me know.
Yeah, right.
But the key to this is, like, when they do stuff like this, when you add tiny little strakes, when you add little stuff like this, sawtooth, tooth, whatever you want to call this, supposedly it excites the air. Now, I don't know how much exciting of the air it's going to do at the trailing edge, other than maybe kill drag. But again, like, I'd like to see, without killing the plane, burning something in front of it in a wind tunnel to see exactly how it comes off.
Yeah.
Personally, I think this plane just flies probably like this one's going to fly, but I would like to see it. And I probably should build more of it. I probably shouldn't build one that actually has it here and here. Hell, I should probably just do it here. Only. Not even this. Definitely not this, but probably not even here, and probably not at the rudder too, which I also did. Because I would like to see how this performs. Oh yeah, and the 6. I got to do a 6 too, you're right. 6s are fun. 6s open up a whole new world of possibilities for you. Because, like, I don't know. I think I showed you guys. I might not. Correct me if I'm wrong. Dee, you might not even know this, but I might have showed you guys how to build a Phase 1 before. I don't think so. But I might have.
I don't remember seeing that one, but maybe.
Yeah. But, like, if you, like, you recognize the 3, you recognize the 2, again, you know, like, how they fly, you know how iconic it is, right? And then you see the 1 and know where the roots, know where it came from. And then you see how to build a 6. And a 6 is what I like to call an eye-opener. That's an enlightener. That, like, lets you know ways that you can build things that you didn't think you could build. Because without a 1, there could be no 6. And without a 6, you wouldn't be able to have, like, putting a tailplane on an aircraft isn't that hard. Like, oh wait, excuse me, you didn't see that. Like that. Like that. Getting a little bit more deluxe. Like that. That's still actually not that hard. Like, if you looked at this one, and you looked at this one, that's the Coyote, this is an X, you can see the family, you can see where it came from. It's just cuts.
It's just all cuts, yeah.
But the key is, like, once you, like, when you play with these, I mean, hell, that's a cut. You know, that's a tailplane, but that's a cut. It's just a different way of doing it. But like, I mean, all that is all of these. That's just in the way that you cut it. And you got so many different ways to play with that. But going from this is like what I said with Phase 6 is it expands on this. So like, I mean, this is already a new horizon, and you see all different kinds of ways in which you can have basically the same freaking kind of cut. Although these differ from the Banshees here. The Banshee here, that's from the actual rudder. These are in the wing. So that one's a little different, but it's still a tailplane. It's still an empennage. The 6, yeah, the 6 opens up a whole new world that, like, I guarantee you, y'all ain't thought of. Like, seriously, because I didn't think of it when I came across it, and I was like, holy shit.
Right.
This is crazy.
I should try that upside down tails like that.
They like it that, well, here we go again. You like the wing pockets below, and I like the wing pockets above, so who knows. But almost all of my planes so far enjoy this better than them being up. I mean, I can't explain that at all. I would love to say this solves my tail problem easily, but even on Banshee, and Banshee, obviously, you know, short-range attacker, not really needing, like, to improve its flight, but this, not so much. But when they're down, the plane loves it.
Yeah.
The phases don't seem to care either way. Coyotes, they like it down. The new Axes, they like it better down. But we'll be okay if it's on the same plane as the wings. So, overall, seem to enjoy it when it's like this. I think it's a stability issue. I don't know.
Yeah.
And obviously with the Banshee, too, you have wing pockets, but these just don't matter. Just do not matter with a plane like that. I agree with you with that one, Albie. Six is so, like, 6 is crazy. On so many levels. Knowing what I know of, like, how I build the Phase 1 and what I needed to do to get Phase 1 to fly just the way it did, which wasn't exactly the greatest. It was just a dogfighter. But how you form a 6 and you're stripping away what a 1 was, even though the folds are the same, and yet you get, well, it's actually, I'm sorry. I'm going to take that sentence back because I realize actually a Phase 6 is still a dogfighter. So it's basically phases getting back to their roots. It just looks a shit ton better.
Yeah.
That's the only difference. Actually, I do it. I was going to say, like, I can't believe it. You dismantle a Phase 1 to create a Phase 6 and it, like, flies so much better. But really, it doesn't. It's still a dogfighter. Matter of fact, I bet they fly virtually identical. They just look better doing it. Because seriously, you build a Phase 1, man, it's a trash fire. It's seriously, I don't like it that much. I like it because it's unique. Harder to build that one. But 6s, yeah, you don't know what you're doing, you won't be able to build a 6. You can cut it, you ain't going to get it unless you do it right.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay, we're approaching 3 hours. Do we want to wrap this up?
Yeah, I suppose we probably should.
We probably should. People sometimes need to get some sleep over here in this side of the world. Abby's probably kicking strong because it's like noon over there or something like that, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's up, where to go.
Well, here we are, 12:35. I'm going to end up having to go to work in the friggin' morning. Well, at least I might. It might be raining, so I might be clear. But I can't bank on that, so. So yeah, let's make this a wrap. Now that we're going on hour 3, we turned this into more like a vlog post than a fucking show. But we did have some good talk. This was a good fucking show. We did good. We got some stuff out there. I got to showcase some planes. I got to hear some ideas, which is more crucial because that might get her to make some more videos without actually talking.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm throwing hints your way, bud. Yeah, so. Yeah, I know. I need to put another clock up in there that shows. What time is it by you, Abby? Because I need to do that. I need to, like, one of my clocks, I need your time zone up there too, so. Don't show additional calendars? Well, yeah. I don't want to, yeah. Additional clocks, there it is. Because I want to put another one up in there. I can only do 2 clocks? I thought you could do more. I gotta change this up. I thought they gave you a shit ton more, or whatever. Okay, fine. It's 12 a.m., so you are exactly, well, you're not exactly 12 hours. So it's 12, wait a minute.
No, you should say 12 p.m.
12 p.m. on your side. It's 12 a.m. here. Like, we just flipped over midnight. Midnight is 12 a.m. I know it's nighttime, but it's daytime. So it's 12 p.m. by you? So you're really 12 hours? Wait, is it really 12 o'clock? Or is it 12:30? Because, like, my time right now is 12:37. That's what you got, right, D?
Yeah.
Okay. You have a half hours? Yours a half? You're one of those lucky or unlucky, depending on how you look at it, bastards, that actually is in a 12 or a half hour slot? I've heard of it. Like, I mean, I know it exists. I just didn't think, like, where the hell? Where do I even find you? What time are you on, Samoa? Fiji? I don't even know where we are, so I'm having a problem with myself here. It's weird because a lot of these time zones, like, they try to include all the major towns, and yet it seems like I don't know why when you look at the clocks, like, okay, Helsinki, Kiev, Riga, Sofia, Tallinn, and Vilnius are all together in one time zone. Yet, Cairo, Beirut, Chisinau, Gaza, Hebron, Jerusalem, they're all in the same time zone, but they all get different lines. Why the hell do they get different lines?
Yeah.
Islamabad, Karachi, New Delhi? I can't even say that. There's a word in here, although it is you must be on New Delhi's time. Kolkata, Mumbai, maybe? Because that is the half hour. Or you're in Kathmandu's time, which is 45 minutes off. Wow, they think they're special, don't they?
Right.
I'm even going to name it Ami time, so I know exactly what time it is at your place. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay. Well, it's morning, but it's PM. Because it would be, like I said, we got the AM, so. But you're right, it's 12:09 there. Now I see it. Okay, so now I know what your time is. All right. That's much better. I should have done it that way to begin with. So when it's this late for us, it's this early for him. Wow. Fucking nuts. All right, anyway, cool. All right, guys, dude, good show. 3 hours long. Everybody came, well, a bunch of people came out. I'm not going to say the most important people, because we could have had more visitors, and we did have some visitors. People picked in, so. But some cool people showed up. We got to talk. We got to do. We got some ideas. We got some thoughts. Anything else we want to get out there? We good?
I think we're good, man.
All right, sweet. I mean, yeah. This was a lot more than I was even expecting to get done, so this is pretty tight.
Right?
This turned into a hell of a show. I shouldn't have actually even called it Paper Aircraft Weekly, but I don't know what the hell. This is definitely not what the weekly show usually is, so I may just change the name. Look out for that. Actually, I probably changed to Paper, Planes, and More, even though I started out this way. But whatever the hell. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to you. It doesn't matter to anybody. All right, guys. So, it was a good show.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. As always, Mark stopped by. Good to see him out there. Robert, always good to see you come out there. You got to stop working so damn hard, man, because you could be out here a lot more often. Ollie, thanks for showing up, man. We gotta try to help you out a little bit better, bro. But like, Just build some more. That's all we can say. Seriously, if you've got it right, you followed the instructions, build some more. I'm sure. Dalton will get something out there now that he knows. Like, all right, don't be shy about like, don't talk, just make some music videos. You can do that. Just like film yourself building a plane, and you can get more out there, so you can see that. But as always, my partner in crime there, Dalton. Thanks for being with me out here for this 3-hour marathon.
Sure.
It was good writing this up. We'll be back. We're still doing the shows just like the lineup was called, but we got this one out there for you. So, yeah, y'all stay happy with each other and peace out.